I'm Danny Johnson, CEO at TPP, The Positive Porpoise.
I'm Jason Miller from Fins Up SoCal Fan Club.
I'm Scott Howell from Atlanta Dolphin Club.
Mark Angelo, NorCal Dolphin Club.
And you're listening to Clock Blockers, Miami fans' #1 morning show.
Run it, 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 run it.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Monday. Good morning, live Clock Blockers family, home of the #1 Miami fan morning show. I want to say good morning to my Finlaws and my family. What a beautiful, amazing, wonderful weekend. What a wonderful weekend. Shout out to y'all. What a great weekend. We're going to get into everything that went down this weekend. And I do mean everything. It is awesome. Good morning to y'all. My name is Stephen D. Super excited to be hanging out with y'all today. If y'all haven't done so already, follow me on social media at Stephen D. SKPL. Spread kindness, positivity, and love. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Go do that now. Make sure y'all go do that. Go follow me. If y'all haven't followed Miami Sports Music yet on all social media, here below are the platforms. You got at Miami Sports Music on Facebook, Instagram, and obviously you're watching on YouTube probably. Maybe some of y'all are watching on Facebook. But make sure you guys go follow us there. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at MIA Sports Music. Okay? Make sure you guys do that. Go follow us. And if you haven't done so already, hit the like button on your way in. Hit it. Tap it. Smack it. Whatever you got to do to it. Just make it happen. Make sure you guys hit the like button on your way in and subscribe to the channel. Subscribe. Are you subscribed yet? Have you hit that little notifications bell that says, hey, I'm going to get alerted every time Clock Blockers is live? Make sure y'all do that. Come on now. Also, hey, look, if you guys want to sign up and become a member of the family today, I would love for you guys to sign up. Or ladies, sign up. Become a member today. There's a seat waiting for you at the table. If you look at the link in the chat, you will see the link to join and get access to perks and sign up and become a member. Can we get 3 new members this morning? It's Monday. It's a beautiful Monday. 3 new members. Come on. Hey, look, also, help the channel grow by donating. There's a lot of different ways you can help the channel. If you're able to do it monetarily, do it. Help the channel grow by donating. 3 different ways you guys can do it. The YouTube live super chat, which is the $ down at the bottom of the chat. You guys can use Cash App, which is $MSM Podcast Network. Or you guys can use PayPal, which is also MSM Podcast Network. Without the $ in there. Excuse me, forgive me. Got a little post-nasal drip this morning. Got a little tea this morning and some cough drops, but I'm ready to go. Also, hey, look, want to give a big shout out to our sponsor, Tail Greeter. Shout out to Tail Greeter. Tail Greeter is an amazing sponsor. If you haven't done so already, download the app on your current Apple or Android device today and make sure you follow them on Tail Greeter on social media at TAILGREETER. Make sure you follow them today. Awesome, amazing group of people. Love Nick, love the crew over at Tail Greeter. They're absolutely amazing, and I love them. And just so glad they're a sponsor of the show and that they help us grow and we're helping them grow. Make sure you guys go follow them today. Just because football season's over doesn't mean the tailgate doesn't stop, and they got a lot of really cool stuff over there. It's a free app. Download it today. Follow them on social media. Tag them in posts. Tell them Steven sent you Miami Sports Music. All right. Hey, look, we got another awesome giveaway. Not quite sure what it is yet. I will find out today. But if you donate in increments of 10, as usual, at the end of the month or at the end of the week, we're going to do a big drawing, big giveaway. I should find out today what that giveaway will be for this week. And it'll be courtesy of ZSM Sports and Zachary at ZSM. Just to let you know, Patrick Surtain and OJ McDuffie got a really cool autograph signing, private signing for Sam Madison and Patrick Surtain, ZSM Sports. I'm sure we're going to be getting a couple things from them, too, on this. But if you want your own Patrick Surtain and Sam Madison signing, go to ZSM Sports on Instagram And make sure you hit up Zach, and Zach's going to help you out. It's really awesome stuff, all right? So make sure you guys do that today. A lot of cool stuff going on there. All right. Now that I got all that out the way, let me tell you all, this weekend was absolutely insane. It was insane. Actually, before I do that, let me get into the chat this morning and say hello to everybody in the chat. Say good morning to Ryan AP, Flipside Fishing, Entrees, Vickin, what's up? Top Floors in the building. Fins Nation UK. What's up, Stephen D? Fins up from the UK. We got this. Fins Nation UK is in the building. Shout out to Germany. The Mexico fan club, Fins Nation UK, the Italy fan club. If I'm missing another fan club outside of the U.S., I apologize, but I know there's a lot of you all, and all of you are absolutely amazing. Shout out to Color Commentary. So what's up, Steven? Initial thoughts on the trade. I'm going to get into all that this morning. There's a lot to get into. We're going to dive into a lot of different things, but we will get into all the Miami Dolphins news that happened over Friday, Saturday. Got a lot of stuff to talk about. I am Aqua Beast. Alexander Renee Diaz is in the building. Shake Money. What's up, Shake Money? That's what I'm talking about. Good morning, my neighbors. It's another beautiful day in Zamunda. I love Shake Money. Alexander, how about WrestleMania last night? Oh, I'm going to get into that. Don't you worry about it. Don't you worry about it, brother. It was awesome. I had a great time watching WrestleMania the whole weekend. MCJB, Cody Rise, what is up? Andrevius is in the building, my number 2. What's up, Andrevius? Lance McDonald. Adriel Heat, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. 305 for real. My cousin Kenny. And Laura Browning. What is going on, everybody? Hope you all are excited for hanging out here this morning. We got a great show lined up for you today. But hey, look, man, let's get into, the get down over the weekend. I'll start off with WrestleMania because it was a lot of cool stuff that happened over the weekend. WrestleMania was bonkers. Look, I know WrestleMania, there's some of you that might not like wrestling, but it's an entertainment. It's a sporting event. And they started doing 2 days instead of just one. And it was, I think it was awesome. If you have Peacock, the app, you got to watch it for free pretty much. You didn't have to pay whatever the pay-per-view was. So I watched that the whole weekend, which was great. And just a lot of cool things that happened, man. Just a lot of really cool stuff that happened. First thing was night one was really great. I enjoyed watching a little bit of night one. I was watching the Duke UNC game, watching WrestleMania, and I'll get into the Duke UNC game. But it was so cool because it was capped off by Steve Austin. And, just a little bit about the Steve Austin stuff. It was really cool because, so this was my photo on Twitter that night. Here, this was my photo on Twitter that night. I said, WWE at Bud Light, watching my all-time favorite Stone Cold, #what, #WrestleMania. Had a little Bud Light in my hand watching Stone Cold. It was good, man. It was good. It was so good. I enjoyed it, man. It brought back childhood memories. It brought back a lot of childhood memories. And then, last night I thought was great too because, first of all, Johnny Knoxville from Jackass was in there. And I know that doesn't sound like, oh my God, Johnny Knoxville had a wrestling match. He had a wrestling match. And I'm going to go as far to say it was probably the best match of the night. One of them. It was probably the second best match of the night. It was so cool. It was so cool. It was probably a 15-minute plus match. And I had a lot of cool things in there, but it was fun. It was fun. And that, to me, it's about being entertained, right? And I saw that last night and just really enjoyed that. And the whole Jackass crew was there, which was awesome. And then Logan Paul fought Saturday night And I bring that up not because I didn't even watch the Logan Paul match because I was watching the basketball game. But what I will say about Logan Paul is this. So Logan Paul is the YouTuber that ends up became a boxer and has done all these multi-million-dollar fights now. I say that because I want you to know how strong social media is today and how big. Like, Logan Paul is legit made for the WWE. He is 100%. And it was so cool to kind of see somebody. I know a lot of people, some people might not like it, but I do YouTube every morning. So I got to respect game where game is to be respected. And Logan Paul, this man is made for wrestling. He's made for that whole universe. And I would love to see more Logan Paul stuff because I think he would flourish very well in the WWE. And then I got to go to the man who stole the show last night. The man who stole literally the show last night. By the way, here's a photo of Johnny Knoxville. This is a photo of Johnny Knoxville against Sami Zayn, the guy who he talked about or who he fought. And he had the whole Jackass corner in his crew, which was great. WrestleMania was so cool, man, just so y'all know. And then, by the way, the girls, look, Sasha Banks, Naomi, WWE Tag Team Champions. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. But the guy who stole the show, and by the way, the main event was Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns a bad dude. It wasn't the best main event match I've ever seen at a WrestleMania. I was a little disappointed. We were all hoping The Rock was going to come out at the end. He didn't. But hey, such is life. But the one that stole the show, so Saturday night happens, and Pat McAfee. And if y'all know who Pat McAfee is one of the best sports YouTubers out there. He was a punter for the Indianapolis Colts. And he was legendary last night. He fought Vince McMahon's Austin Theory. And for those of you who don't know who Austin Theory is this young punk that Vince McMahon is his number one. He's Vince McMahon's number one boy. Anyways, forget all that. My man came out with the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders last night. It is awesome. Came on stage, punted a football in his entrance, and legit wrestled. Had a great match. And he was so good last night, he even commentated his own match, as you can see there. I mean, it was so amazing. Like, Pat McAfee has, just taken over. Like, that was him last night off the top rope. And then you can see here, he jumped up on the top. Like, he was legit. He was good. He was so good last night. And then he won. And what was crazy about that is how crazy it got there. I mean, he had the biggest cheers of the night. And then he ended up getting, messed up by Vince McMahon. They played it where he got beat up afterwards. But what's cool is the Rattlesnake came out afterwards. Stone Cold Steve Austin. And he ended up stunning everybody, including Pat McAfee. As you can see there, that's Pat getting stunned. Which was awesome, by the way. But that wasn't even the best part. The best part of the night was literally 2 seconds. So he gets stunned. He rolls out of the ring. And this ends up, where's the meme? Where is the meme? The meme of the night is him on the ground. I got to look for it. I had it. I thought I had it. Is him on the ground drinking a beer after he got knocked out. And it was gold. It was just pure gold. And it is hands down will be a meme. And I wish I could find it. I thought I had it. I did have it. It's under here. There it goes. That's it right there. That is literally 10 seconds. So he's on the ground and he's just drinking a beer while on the ground. That will forever be a meme in Twitter culture. He was awesome. Pat McAfee's being talked about everywhere this morning. And 4 hours ago, he just posted this 4 hours ago. I don't know if y'all can hear this or not. Let me share this again to make sure y'all can hear. There we go. This is him on a plane, drunk as a skunk.
What's up, bruh? You're a little bruise out there. Austin Theory got a little shot in. Flying home, what a night. I love you, lady.
I love you.
I love you too. Come on.
My man is living his best life. Living his best life. That's all I got to say. Pat McAfee, you, sir, have given real people like me everywhere hope that we can just make it. Now, Grant, look, I know he's a punter from the NFL. I know he's a Super Bowl winner. But if you go down to it, Pat McAfee is just a regular person like you and I. There's nothing absolutely incredible about him. And I'm not dissing on my man. I'm just saying he's a regular guy. And last night, I felt like we all lived vicariously through him. And it was so cool. He had a WrestleMania match. It was the lead-up match to the main event. He ended up being in the ring with Vince McMahon. Ended up having a match with Vince McMahon. And ended up getting Stone Cold stunned by Stone Cold Steve Austin. Like, come on. He's the man. Pat McAfee is a personal hero of mine. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. Because he's legit. He is legit. Thought it was great last night. Truly enjoyed it. And that's all I'll really talk about WrestleMania. I had a good time watching it this weekend. Saturday night was night one, but was also the Final Four. Kansas ends up beating Villanova handedly. It wasn't even a game. But everybody was waiting for UNC versus Duke. And just so you know, I'm a North Carolina boy, born and raised. I was born in Portsmouth, Virginia, but 90% of my childhood was North Carolina. And loved North Carolina. You know, growing up in North Carolina, Duke-UNC rivalry was like schools shut down, teachers and kids, like you were either a Duke fan or a UNC fan. There wasn't, you know, either or. So it was such an amazing night, you know, on Saturday night because the hype and the buildup for Duke-UNC was crazy. Final Four was in New Orleans. It was at the Superdome. And the atmosphere was real. Like, it was electric. Coach K's final year, Mike Krzyzewski. And it was crazy. And, you know, it was a close game the entire game. And then in the last minute, UNC took over and beat Duke and sent Mike Krzyzewski home to an early retirement dinner, party, whatever you want to call it. So, look, I know we're Miami here, but I grew up in North Carolina, and I got to give Tar Heels their credit. And I was really happy last night because I was talking a whole bunch of smack the entire night on social media to Duke fans. They've never played each other in the NCAA tournament. It was the Final Four. It was Krzyzewski's last year. I'm just telling you right now, in my opinion, UNC has bragging rights for life on Duke. For life. It doesn't matter. They can say whatever they want. They'll be like, well, UNC beat Duke in the Final Four and ended Coach K's career. That's all we got to say. Now, tonight, Monday night, they face Kansas for the national championship game. And I got to be honest, Kansas looks tough. But if UNC pulls it out, they'll go down as one of the best national championship teams of all time. They really will. And they don't have star players on their roster. In fact, I don't think they have anybody that'll be drafted in the top 5 in the NBA draft. But they're a team and they're good. And shout out to Hubert Davis, who took over for Roy Williams. It's so cool. Number one, Hubert Davis is absolutely amazing. There's not a lot of black head coaches of Division I top tier schools. And it was so cool to see Hubert Davis in his very first year get that win. And I want to see him get it all. There's only been 4 head coaches in NCAA history to go to the championship game in their first year of their coach. And only one of them has won. So Hubert Davis has a chance to make some stuff happen. So I really, really, really want to see it. So I'm excited. And yeah, it'll be a great game. So be on the lookout for that. Other stuff that happened over the weekend. Miami Heat clinched. The Miami Heat clinched. It's so funny because a week ago, the Miami Heat were, oh my God, they've lost, 3 out of 5 or something like that. It was they weren't looking good. Everybody had them down. And so what was really cool about what happened over the weekend is they won 114-109 yesterday against Toronto, and clinched the playoff spot. And they're probably going to end up being number 1 seed in the East. And they look good, man. They look good. So I'm really excited to see what's going to happen with them. It'll be a fun playoff run. It will be a fun playoff run. So, yeah, man, I'm really excited to see what the Heat do. The other thing that I'm excited to see, too, is the Florida Panthers, who also clinched a playoff spot yesterday. Yesterday, 2 of the 4 major sports teams in South Florida clinched a playoff spot, the Miami Heat and the Florida Panthers. And there's a really good chance both of them will be the number 1 seeds in their respective conferences. That's crazy. So we could end up having 2 championship parades, a Panthers parade and a Heat parade. Let me tell y'all, get the party ready. It's going to be awesome. I'm excited for it all. Level 2 dude says wrong twice. Impressive. Suns Heat finals prediction from word of mouth. Trey says I'm from Chesapeake and Portsmouth. Shout out to Portsmouth, Virginia. Yes, I was, Trey. I was born in Portsmouth, Virginia. But I never lived there. I was just born there. I say I'm from North Carolina because that's where I grew up. You'll go 0-2 in parades. Level 2 noob. You a hater. You a hater. Stop hating, level 2 noob. But I am very excited about it. It'll be awesome. Another thing that went down over the weekend, Marlins and Orioles made a trade. Orioles end up sending 2 decent pitching over to the Marlins. I say that for 2 reasons. Number one, I think the Marlins got better with their trade. I really, really do. I think it helps them tremendously. I'm excited to see what happens with them for the start of the season. But we'll have to see what ends up happening, because the other thing that I thought was impressive too is kind of what's going on in Major League Baseball. And I'm just going to touch on this briefly. I know we want to get into the Miami Dolphin talk. We're going to get into that because there's a lot to talk about. There is a lot to talk about, and I'll get into all of it. The Marlins end up at left-handed pitcher Tanner Scott and right-handed pitcher Cole Salzer from the Orioles in exchange for minor leaguers Antonio Velez, outfielder Kevin Guerrero, and a player to be named later, and the Marlins 2022 competitive balance pick. I'm telling you, the Marlins got better today. These 2 guys weren't big stars in Baltimore, By the way, it's where I'm from. I know these guys very well. I think that the Marlins definitely got better. But I say all that to say this. I love Major League Baseball. But Buster Olney tweeted this from ESPN, and I think it's very good. He said, the Orioles' 2022 projected payroll is another example that nothing has been done to curb tanking in Major League Baseball. The only way the issue can be dealt with is in the next collective bargaining agreement is if Major League Baseball and the union can repair together. Engagement required because this is a joke. If you go look, the Baltimore Orioles payroll for this year is, I think, $30 million. Yes, this is Spotrac. $30 million. There are teams that have $300 million payrolls in Major League Baseball. There is nothing about competitive balance in any way, shape, or form that's like, it blows my mind. It blows my mind that Major League Baseball allows that to happen. And look, Major League Baseball has a lot of problems as is, and I love Major League Baseball, but they have so much work to repair their brand. And I don't understand how how fans allow that to an owner. So people want to bring up Loria here and Wayne Huizinga, Marlins, Dolphins, whatever. I'm telling you, and this is the one thing that I'll say about Stephen Ross that I can never say. Stephen Ross opens up his checkbook to the team. Can't stand the man. Don't think that he makes great decisions, but he does open up his checkbook. And there's a lot of owners that don't. And when I see something like Major League Baseball that has an owner, multiple owners, by the way, Oakland too has like $33 million payroll, that they are literally like, it's clear as day you're tanking. And by the way, they've had 3 straight seasons of 100 losses. So I'm going to talk this week with Xavier Scruggs. We're going to get into that. I'm excited about that. That'll be a fun conversation because I just don't know how baseball repairs itself or fixes itself. But if I'm a fan of the Orioles or the Oakland Athletics, why would I go spend any money on those franchises? Because they're clearly telling me as a fan they're not putting out a product on the field that is worthy of my money. So it disappoints me that that's the route that they're going in, but it disappoints me even more that Major League Baseball allows that to happen. So, look, I don't know. All right, another big news out of the weekend, okay? Frank Gore, Frank Gore, former San Francisco 49er, Miami Dolphin, Buffalo Bill, New York Jet. He's played for 1 million other teams. Is retiring on a one-day contract with the 49ers. Number one, he had an amazing career. He's the 4th all-time leading rusher in the history of the NFL. I would say he's probably a shoo-in for first ballot Hall of Fame. I think he's that good. He's definitely a Hall of Famer. Is he first ballot Hall of Fame? I don't know, but I think he is. But the reason I bring that up is number one, he's a Miami in the building. He's an absolute legend. Love Frank Gore. But I'm really disappointed because there's never been a father-son duo to play in the NFL. Never. And I know he didn't play in the NFL last year. But I knew he was still working out really hard, and there was, talk of him, playing this year somewhere. But his son, who's in college, and I think he has 1 more year before he goes pro, I really thought there would have been an opportunity to see Frank Gore and his son play in the NFL. And I was really hoping that it would happen. So I was really upset. I was really disappointed because we've never seen a father-son duo in the NFL. We've seen it in Major League Baseball. King Griffey Sr., King Griffey Jr., Tim Raines Jr., Tim Raines Sr., There's, I think, 2 or 3 other father-son duos, the Boones. You know, it was just something I was looking for, but we've never seen it in the NFL. We've never seen a father and son play on the same team in the NFL. So I really was hoping that we would get a chance to see that with Frank Gore and his son. Doesn't look like that's going to happen. The other thing that is interesting about it is he signed a one-day contract with the 49ers, so he could retire as a 49er. So when something like that happens, it also tells me maybe he's closed the door permanently on it too, of coming back, even for his son if his son ends up getting drafted. So disappointing. Level 2 Noob says Hall of Fame, no. Hall of Very Good, yes. I don't know. In the chat, tell me what you think. Do you think Frank Gore is a Hall of Famer? I think he's a Hall of Famer. He's third all-time in yards leader. Enough said, Clumsy said. I agree. He's third all-time in running backs in yards. I think that alone puts you in the Hall of Fame. I think he's a legit Hall of Famer. But, hey, you know, if you don't, you don't. But, look, Frank Gore was a beast. Frank Gore was an absolute beast. So, yeah. I'd love to know. Absolutely, Gore is a Hall of Famer. Von954 says. TJ305 says, I think so. Who else? What else do you think? Who else thinks that he's a Hall of Famer? Does anybody else not think he is? If he gets into the Hall of Fame, it won't be first ballot. Level 2 Noob says. All right, let's see here. All right, so tweet of the weekend, which I think was a really good tweet of the weekend, and it will segue us into Dolphins talk, is so I decided on Mondays I'm going to do tweet of the weekend because I love Twitter. And tweet of the weekend is a guy by the name of Daniel McMike at Daniel R5938888029. Somebody who doesn't know how to use Twitter and remake his name. But I did think that it was a funny tweet. So I decided to show it because I think it's funny. Rumor, Bill Belichick is on the hot seat for not trading for Tyreek Hill. Per source, Robert Kraft only wants cheetahs on his team. Get it? Cheetah. Come on now. It's clever. I thought it was a great tweet. I laughed. I giggled. I giggled so much reading it. I thought it was funny. Big news over the weekend, Miami Dolphins news. I know this is where everybody wants to get in and talk. So on Friday evening, we find out Dolphins cornerback, Dolphins star Xavien Howard agrees to terms on a new 5-year contract with $50 million guaranteed. Okay, and new money. According to Mike Garofalo of NFL Network. Here's why I think this is very interesting. So I feel like for the last 3 off seasons, we talked about Xavien Howard. I feel like every year he scrubs his social media, he scares Dolphins into, I'll leave, I'll quit, whatever the case is. I don't think that's the case, but I think it's interesting because there's just a lot of stuff that he does. Look, he's, in my opinion, the best corner in all of football. And he plays in the best secondary in all of football. And I think that's a big part of it. Don't get it twisted. But the man's legit. He's really good. I want to break down some stuff, but I also want to read this. This is from David Cantor, his representation, his agent. He said, and I quote, I want to thank Stephen Ross, Chris Greer, Mike McDaniel, and especially Brandon Shore for this record-setting and unprecedented extension. Our team of Brian McIntyre and Ness McGovern, along with Brandon Shore, did an incredible amount of work and showed unbelievable patience with this over the last 15 months. This was a topic we discussed thousands of times over, hundreds of hours. I appreciate his efforts to make this happen. When Xavien hired us last January, we knew what was being asked of us had never been done. To be able to get the Dolphins to go against conventional wisdom and add value to a deal with 4 seasons remaining was unheard of in itself. That the organization allowed us to reconstruct his entire contract and add record-shattering money to the deal is beyond our imagination. I am unbelievably happy for Xavien, his children, and his entire family, and all of the Dolph fans. David Cantor, President, GSE Worldwide Football. Again, I think that it was very, very, very interesting. I don't want to say interesting, right? Like it was a good deal. Here's the number breakdown. So this is Spotrac. Xavien Howard's Dolphins contract, 5 years, $90 million, an extra 2 years, $50 million new, $36 million guaranteed at sign. Let me state this again. $36 million guaranteed at signing. He got $36 million to sign his name. I'm just letting that sink in. The cap hits are as followed this year. In 2022, 8.2 mil. I'll come back to that. Because again, I think what Chris Grier's doing this year for 2022 with the cap is unfreaking believable. The players he got at the cap hits that he got him at, we'll get into more stuff because there are endless possibilities of what the Dolphins can still do. And we'll talk about that in a minute. 2023, $24 million cap hit. By the way, if he did it this year, Grier, I think he can do it again next year. Don't think that this is a one and done deal. I'm telling you right now, he can restructure it again, have him at signing bonus, make sure that the numbers at. Do not be surprised if there's another restructure on Xavien's deal next offseason. I repeat, let me make sure y'all hear me. Do not be surprised if the Miami Dolphins renegotiate and restructure Xavien Howard's contract next offseason. Just put it in your head because it's going to happen. Okay? Now, with that being said, let's go back to what we were talking about. Okay? $23 million in 2024, $20 million in 2025, and $21 million in 2026. By the way, shout out to Cool and Heat for the super sticker $20 donation. Cool and Heat, you will get 2 entries into our new giveaway for this Friday. Shout out to you, man. Thank you for the donation and help the channel grow. I mean, look, it's crazy. I want to talk about that 2022 number. $8.2 million. $8.2 million cap hit. Guys, y'all have to understand something here. I'm telling you, when it comes to Chris Grier, the man's a genius. He is legit genius. 2 things that we know. The cap salary cap, not a real thing. Not a real thing in the NFL. You can work your way around it. You can have somebody sign, again, a $36 million signing bonus. You divide that up by how many years it is. You add that to whatever their cap hit will be for this year. You structured the contract for this year, and you get a number of 8 point. You got Xavien Howard for under $10 million this year. Guys, what are we talking about? He got Tyreek Hill, Emmanuel Ogbah, Like, and that's the thing. Everybody's like, we're going to be in cap hell in the future. No, we're not. If he restructured, two things that are going to happen, okay? He's going to keep doing his restructuring, making cap-friendly deals as long as we're competitive. So I'm telling you right now, this year and next year, I will not be surprised if we don't have one player, I think that's over the $20 million cap hit. Xavien Howard isn't. $8.2 million this year. He got $36 million at signing. First of all, again, that's insane. And just like Geyser said, all these contracts will be revisited based on the production they'll have. They will, and they'll also be revisited based on how competitive we are this year. Which, by the way, my opinion is we're winning at least one playoff game, if not two. We're going to be that good. Look at me. Look into my eyes. The Miami Dolphins will be a very good, very competitive football team next year. This coming up year. And I don't think that we'll be in the poorhouse 2 years from now. Because this is what will happen. Let's say we win a Super Bowl. Let's not say this year. I don't want to get ahead of myself. But let's say next year we win a Super Bowl. Maybe this year. I don't want to throw it out the window. It can happen. Crazier things have happened. I just want to win a playoff game at this point. So let's say next year we win a Super Bowl in 2023. You take all these contracts and you restructure who wants to stay and you get rid of who doesn't. So now you have all this draft. I'm telling y'all right now, Chris, you say what you want. Chris Greer has not only is he setting us up for success, he has set us up for success. Let's kind of get into what happened on Saturday. We'll come back to this because I have no problem talking about the salary cap because I think it's a big deal. Okay. Saturday happens. Okay. I get a text message. Oh, this is what's going on. Something big happened on Saturday. Devante Parker gets traded. Okay. Devante Parker gets traded. He made a Instagram post. It pretty much, this is what it said, and I'll get into the trade details here in a second. To my Dolphin faithful fans, teammates, and media, I'm honored to have battled with you over the past 7 years. I appreciate all your support, and I'm grateful to Mr. Ross, Garfinkel, Greer, Shore, and everyone who has welcomed me into the Dolphins family. Much respect. Okay? Thought it was very classy. Very, very classy. Okay? Now, what happened? Well, he gets traded, which I had no problem with. But I have to admit, it scared me a little where he got traded to, right? He got traded to New England. So I thought it was very interesting that he got traded into, the division and for a division rival, right? And what ended up coming of it? Well, number one, you got to get his money off the books, which was good, right? It was good. We got to get his money off the books. Was really happy about that. But what interested me is what we got for him. So the very first thing I thought about was the Wes Welker trade, which is what I think we all probably thought about when it was all said and done. But we ended up getting, I think it was a 3rd-round pick in exchange for Devante Parker and a 5th-round pick. But the 3rd-round pick that we got was next year in 2023. So we have 5 picks in the top 100 next year. F them picks for this year. I think we all agree with that. And by the way, we can still get Matt Ariza in the draft this year. Shout out to the punters. Pat McAfee doing his thing last night again. For the brand, baby, for the brand. I'm telling you right now, he got Devante Parker's. He was able to free up cap space. He got a 3rd-round pick for him. We traded him in the division. He's going to be good in the division. No, guys, this man, in all honesty, this man has literally been whatchamacallit. He's played one whole year his entire career. One. Shout out to Scott Paulus with the $2 donation. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. You know, and Scott, I'll ask your question a little bit later and I'll answer it. I want to, stick on this topic for a little bit. Am I nervous about him coming back to kill us? I think there's that in the back of my mind. But I have to be honest and say, why am I scared of that? Because of what he can do? Well, we were hoping for 7 years that he could do it here. It never came to fruition. I love the guy. I think he's great off the field. But your best ability is your availability. And that man has not been available for 7 years with us. For 7 years. So I understand the reasoning behind people being scared because you go back. There's been 3 trades of wide receivers with the New England Patriots on record that I can remember. Isaiah Ford, who, by the way, is still with us, and they've traded back and forth, which is the crazy thing. He's played for Patriots multiple times. He's played for us multiple times. He lives between these 2 franchises. That's neither here or there. I don't think he's a game changer. He hasn't really been on anybody's roster. And then there's Wes Welker. We, as Dolphin fans, knew what Wes Welker could be. We knew what he could be. We hoped that he had been better. We never thought he was going to be what he became. So every Dolphins fan in their back of their mind, when they got the tweet on Saturday that we traded Devante in the division to New England, said, what does Bill Belichick know that we don't? Nothing wrong with feeling that. Every Dolphins fan in the back of their mind was like, man, this better not turn out to be a Wes Welker deal. Nothing wrong with feeling that. But if you're playing the odds, and you're playing the likely scenario, he's not going to do anything in New England. And not only that, our secondary has gone up against him every day for 7 years in practice. We know all of his moves. You don't think we're going to be prepared for him come 2 Sundays next year? I'm not sweating him. And if you go look at their roster, Devante's their best receiver right now. You know what happened when we said Devante was our best receiver? Man, we're going to be lucky if we win 7 games this year. Devante Parker is the Patriots' current best receiver. Currently their best receiver. Think about that for a minute. I'm going to sip my tea. Let that sink in. Guys, it's not that big a deal. They don't know. Belichick doesn't know something we don't know. And we got Tyreek Hill. Aren't you glad we got Tyreek Hill? Wouldn't you rather have Tyreek over Devante Parker? Come on, man. I promise y'all on everything, this is going to work out great for us. Can I guarantee it? No, nobody can guarantee anything. But I have keep the receipt. I, Stephen D, have no problem with this trade. And I also believe this trade is going to be fire for us. Here's why. We got a 3rd round pick. Well, let me tell you, 3rd round picks for Chris Grier. I'm trying to go find that tweet that I retweeted so much stuff this weekend of so many different things. But I did, to kind of remember stuff. All right, here we go. Jason Sarney tweeted this on the 3rd yesterday, which I thought was a great tweet, okay? These are the 3rd round picks for Chris Grier since he's become general manager. 2016, Kenyon Drake. 2017, Cordelia Tankersley. 2018, Jerome Baker. 2019, Michael Dieter. 2020, Brandon Jones. 2021, Hunter Long. If you go look at 2017 and 2021, Tankersley and Hunter Long hasn't had a good enough time. It hasn't had a long enough time yet to be. But we know Brandon Jones is good. Dieter's, look, people love him. People think there's a lot there. So he's not a bust. He's worth every third-round pick. He's worth the third-round pick we drafted him at the moment. And he has a ceiling that's higher. Jerome Baker's been our leading tackler on our team for the last 3 years. And Kenyon Drake, when he was here, was one of the best running backs in all of football. And by the way, he was good when he went to Arizona. So our third-round picks are not necessarily misses. Have faith in Greer. Have faith in this process. And I'm telling you right now, this is going to be a win for the Miami Dolphins. So, DVP, I appreciate you coming. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate the love that you've shown this franchise for the last 7 years. But, brother, have fun in New England. Thanks for playing. Thanks for playing. Rick Spar says, you're on fire today, bro. Good morning. I'm trying. And so not the other thing was you get his contract off your books. You get his contract off your books. Now, let's play this scenario. By the way, here's the other thing that I find very interesting too, because I want to go back to the cap. For two different reasons. First reason, everybody says we're going to be in cap hell the next couple of years. Gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, look at this tweet. Warren Sharp. Okay, Warren Sharp from Sharp Football Analysis. Look, this guy's really good with numbers when it comes to football. Has this, okay? Some of y'all don't know him. You should go follow him. He's really good. Miami Dolphins dead cap in the post-Adam Gase era. In 2019, the first year out of Adam Gase, if I'm correct, okay, we had $67 million in dead cap money. We had the most in the NFL in 2019. In 2020, we cut that in half. We were still the fourth most in dead cap. Okay? And that's $39 million, the fourth most. Dolphin Don, I'll do that, man. Hit me up on social media so I can set that up. That is a good idea. That would be cool. I appreciate that, Dolphin Don. 2021, $24 million. Again, the number just keeps going down. The 18th most. We went from being in top 5. We went from being the worst team in dead cap money to 2 years later being the 18th to 3 years later. Last year, we only had $8 million in dead cap money. Last year, let me say it again, folks. $8 million in dead cap money. When in 2019, we had $67 million. Riddle me this, Batman. Why do y'all think that Greer doesn't know what he's doing? Why do y'all think that 2 years from now we're going to be in cap hell? Because everything he's shown you since he's taken over the team is that he's great with the cap. Don't worry, I'll wait. Because there's nothing to support your theory. Nothing. And by the way, I'm going off of people's takes from the weekend. I love when stuff breaks during the weekend because I get a chance to really let it set in. But it's so interesting to me how some of y'all think that, oh my God, we're gonna like all this money in the next coming years of the cap. Guys, you saw what he did this year. You saw what he did. Dude, he got Xavien. Our cap hit this year for Xavien Howard's $8 million. 8 point whatever. Tyreek Hill's costing us what, 6 against the cap? Hey guys, you get Tyreek Hill and Xavien Howard, and they're both going to cost you under $15 million. Or under $20 million. Whatever, $18 million, $17 million. I'm doing that new math. I'm just saying. So now let's play, okay. So, by the way, there goes your scenario that we're going to be we're going to be in cap hell. I don't want to hear that argument from anybody because it doesn't make sense to me. Everything Greer has shown us he knows what he's doing, and he's going to be able to change and make. Yes, the numbers show whatever, but he has also shown that he's able to make the numbers work in our favor as the years go on. The man, y'all sitting here playing checkers. Chris Greer over here playing chess. Y'all over here playing checkers and Chris Greer over here playing chess. Chris Greer, I'm telling y'all, I'm about to say it. Y'all gonna make me say it. Y'all gonna make me say it. He might be the best GM in football. He's great with trades, right? He's great with trades. And he's great with he's great with the numbers. So those two things right there are big things. Now, what do I want to see more of? I want to see you hit on more draft picks. But I got to admit, some of the draft picks you've had, they've been hits. Can't get mad at you right now. And I want to see how you develop current talent. And by the way, some of that's not necessarily on the GM, except, hey, GM, who did you bring in to coach the team, and who did that person bring in to develop the talent? So let's see how that goes this year. Now, the other thing that I think is very interesting, okay, that I wanted to bring up that I really, really like from somebody was what we have in cap room currently, according to Spotrac. According to Spotrac, if I'm reading this correctly, we have a little over $20 million in cap space right now because of the restructured contracts. Because of the restructured contracts, I appreciate y'all bearing with me this morning because I'm trying to get everything out that's inside of my soul right now. Let me take this out while I'm trying to look for it. It's very, we have over $20 million in cap space. So I say all that because, well, let's talk about this for a minute. What are we doing? Because I don't think we're done. I like what Reason tweeted on yesterday. Reason woke up and he said, "Am I the only one who woke up today thinking the Dolphins have near $20 million in cap space when Howard's contract is accounted for and they're up to something? Not like you need all that money for your draft class." Paul Glover says $21.8 million, baby. Get Treader and draft a linebacker. I want you all to think about this for a second. We got Tyreek Hill, Emmanuel Ogbah, Teron Armstead, Xavien Howard. We had the number one free agent. We had one of the top defensive free agents. Maybe he might have been the top. Emmanuel, I think, was the top defensive free agent. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure he was now that I think about it. So we got the number one offensive free agent and which was the number one free agent. And if he wasn't the number one defensive free agent, he was top 2, top 3. You got Gesicki, who on the market would have demanded a lot because he's been like the 5th most productive tight end in the NFL the last 4 years. And not only that, you got to restructure and keep the best corner in the NFL. You got the best left tackle in the NFL. You got the best corner in the NFL. You got arguably one of the best defensive ends in the NFL. Come on, guys. And you still get $21 million to play with? You still get $21 million to play with. Don't think they're done. I'm just going to sip my coffee. My tea. Don't think they're done. But what are they going to do, Steven? I don't know. But don't think that money's just going to sit there. Grier's going to use it. He's going to use it. So this is what I think. I think this. I would love to go out and get J.C. Treader. I don't think that's going to happen. But I'm not saying it can't. I'd love to do it. But do not be surprised if we make another trade for somebody. We got 5 picks in the top 100 next year. And let me also say something about that. For those of you who want to throw away the argument of Chris Grier's a genius, y'all. Y'all need to understand what we're doing. We got $21 million left in the cap this year. We got all these amazing players for a ridiculous amount of money against our cap this year. Like Steven, Xavien Howard is going to cost you $8 million against the cap this year. No way that's going to happen. Done. By the way, you're going to get Tyreek Hill. He's also only going to cost you like $6.5 million against the cap this year. Done. Come on, y'all. Oh, yeah, you got $21 million left. You have really no draft picks. You get a 3rd rounder, 4th rounder. You're going to get somebody that can help compete on your team this year. 100%. So what? Maybe $5 million on a 3rd and 4th rounder? That's $16 million. Who can I get for $16 million? The opportunities are endless because you know what? Your owner has a blank checkbook that he doesn't mind signing a $36 million signing bonus to Xavien Howard to. Stephen Ross had to sign off on that. I'm telling you, I can't stand the man, but I can't be mad at him right now. He is signing checks, which is more than what I can say for the Orioles and Athletics owner, who are not signing checks. Cannot be mad at what's going on right now, and the opportunities are endless. So there's 2 things that I want to bring up. Number 1, the draft picks for next year. You get 5 picks in the top 100. Do not be surprised. Let's play worst case scenario here, people. Worst case scenario. Y'all ready? Worst case. We're going to play worst case scenario. Let me make sure I say that 50 million times so that it doesn't get clipped and said, Steven said this. I am prefacing this. Worst case scenario. This is not what I think is going to happen. But let me tell you how smart Grier is. Worst case scenario, Tua has a bad year. He has a bad year for whatever reason. Who cares? He has a bad year, right? You get 5 picks in the top 100. 2 of them are first-round picks. Oh, yeah. You can go out and get anybody you want. You can take those 5 draft picks, bundle it up, whatever you want to do, jump up to a top 5 pick in the first round, get whatever quarterback you want, or you can go out and get whatever free agent or somebody who's available on the trade market. Hello. So forget the quarterback. Tua's our guy this year, but there is a plan in place that if it doesn't work out, we already know what we're going to do. Done. Good with you. Thank you for having a primary pan and a backup pan that I as a fan can see. I can see both of them. Clear as day. You're going with Tua this year. Tua's going to be the guy who's going to have an MVP year for all I care. And let's say best case scenario, he has an MVP year. He gets us to the playoffs. He wins a playoff game or 2. Oh my God, Tua's the guy. He did such an amazing job. We're ready. Let's do this. Let's make that next step, right? We make that next step, right? Guess what we get to do now? We get to take those top 100 draft picks. We get to restructure all these contracts again. We make sure we got money for next year because it's going to happen. It's going to happen, right? And now all of a sudden, we're set for a big Super Bowl run in 2023. Gentlemen, ladies, be on the lookout for the Miami Dolphins to be the biggest thing in the NFL the next 2 years. Mark my words. And if I'm a betting man, we're not, let's say Tua does get hurt for whatever the case is. There's no way we're trading those draft picks for a top 5 pick to get a rookie quarterback. We're going to go out and trade with somebody for a top 5 quarterback. I'm excited. How are you not pumped? Check your pulse. Greer, hands down, is the best GM in football right now. I dare you to argue with me on that. As of right now, he's the best GM in football. We have $21 million, Mark, in cap room right now. $21 million in cap room right now, according to Spotrac, Mark. What do you mean we're $4 million in the hole with only 40 players on the roster? We need $5 or $6 million for the draft. Bam, done. $16 million left over. You sign 10 people that are, at minimum. That's still $6 million that leaves you. Maybe a little bit more. I don't know how y'all are not pumped. It surprises me. The Devante Parker trade was a hit. Like we won. The Xavien Howard contract extension leaves everybody happy. Although I will say he will get restructured again next year. That's going to happen. He'll sign another. They'll extend it. What will happen is it's a 5-year, right? It goes to 2026. Our cap hit this year is 8. What will happen this year is, or next year is, he'll restructure again, sign another major signing bonus, extend it for an additional 2 years. And his cap hit again will be under 10. Mark my words, that's what's going to happen. And for those of you who are scared about Tua as the quarterback, do not be scared. Don't do it. Just don't. Don't be scared. Guys, we are I'm telling you right now. I want you to think about this. I'm saying this right now. Our team has never, ever been in the position that it's in right now. Was I scared before this offseason? I was. Was I skeptical? I was. But the more I've thought about it this year, the more I realize a couple of things. Number one, our GM is a freaking genius. They're a genius. They are. He is. He's a genius. And he's hit 5 or he's guaranteed to have hit 3 out of the last 5 years on our third round hits. And by the way, the reason I'm not saying 4 out of 5 is because Hunter Long is still in the air, right? So I'll give you Hunter Long hasn't really hit yet, but he was hurt last year. It was his rookie year. I'm not going to say a guy's a bust after 1 year. Not going to do it. So guaranteed he's hit 3 out of his 5 draft picks his last 5 years. That I'll go back and say he probably had a lot to do, if not all of those 5 draft classes in the third round. Mark says, yay, Dolphins. You have a 2-year window. Hope it works out. Bro, like, what's up with the hate, bro? Bills make serious additions and are still $1.3 million under the cap and have not redone any of their major contract restructures. We have $21 million, Mark. Go look at Spotrac. The Dolphins, I'm going to say this, and y'all, some of y'all might kill me. The Dolphins are financially more set up for the future because of the way Chris Greer understands the cap than any other team in the NFL right now. He is publicly playing the cards that the cap is a laughable thing. It doesn't exist. And he's telling the NFL with everybody to see, I have an owner that's willing to play blank contracts for signing bonus. He gave Xavien Howard $36 million yesterday. Do you understand what I'm telling you? Who gives a cornerback $36 million? By the way, I think Xavien's earned it. I think he is the best corner in the NFL. He 100% is a beast. No problem with the contract. None. Because it only counts for $8 million against the cap this year. I can't wait. I can't wait. I cannot wait for us to shut the rest of the NFL up. And not only are we going to shut the rest of the NFL up, I'm telling you right now, Chris Greer will become GM of the year, if not this year, next year. If not in 2022, 2023. And boy, don't let him hit on these picks this year. If Chris Greer goes out and hits on his 3rd and 4th round picks, boy, y'all ain't going to be able to shut me up. Don't let him go out and get Matt Ariza. Don't let him do it. Don't let him go get a starting middle linebacker or another offensive lineman in the 3rd or 4th round. Don't let him do it. Because there's going to be hell to pay. Keep my GM's name out your mouth. I didn't want to say the F word because I didn't want to swear jar on my own show. Okay? The Dolphins can use this cap space this year and pay for next year. If Tua is any good, then what are you going to have to pay him with? Mark, you're not understanding it. Let's take Xavien's restructured contract, right? It's a 5-year, $90 million with an additional 2 years to make $50.7 million in new money, right? He got $36 million guaranteed at sign. Well, $36 million doesn't count against the cap. You take $36 million, you divide it by 5, you take whatever the agreed upon salary was for this year, you add that on to the signing bonus, which this year comes to $8.2 million. Right? Right. Just bear with me here, Mark. I'm going to walk you through this here, bro. Then what's going to happen next year? Oh, snap. He's got a $24 million cap hit. We can't do that. We got 1 million people to sign. Hey, Xavien, come back to the table again. We've done it for you. You're going to do it for us. I guarantee you this is I scratch your back, you scratch mine. He's going to come back to the table. We're going to give him another $36 million as signing bonus. He's going to count against the cap again at $8 million, and his contract will go to 2028 instead of 2026. I promise y'all, he is a genius. Because I went back through the rest of the NFL and I'm like, why has nobody else done this? He is literally telling free agents and people with potential trades, here's what's going to happen. We'll pay you up front. You're going to make a ridiculous low amount of money this year for your salary, but we're going to give you all the money up front. He says, so the plan is kicking the can down the road. Will it work? Maybe. Mark, what are you talking about? I gave Xavien $36 million this year, right? let's say worst case, let's play your game, Mark. Worst case scenario, he doesn't work out. Right? He already got his $36 million guaranteed. He was 8.2 against the cap this year. I can cut him, and what do I have in dead money? Not much. Not much. And that'll never happen, by the way. That's a out of this world, never happen scenario. But y'all crack me up. Y'all crack me up. Y'all got me out here doing, boy, I was bad at math. Let me tell you, 28 in dead million in cap money. Okay, 20. It wouldn't be the full 28. It wouldn't be. Because it's all the guaranteed money, depending on when you cut them, B. George. And by the way, again, that's a scenario that will never happen. I shouldn't even use that as the scenario. I'm trying to make the point to see Mark's argument is, so you're delaying the inevitable. But the reality, Mark, is that the inevitable, because the way the salary cap, I put that in quotations, is set up as the inevitable, never has to happen. It never has to happen. And full NFL contracts are not guaranteed, buddy. Only the guaranteed money agreed upon is. The salary cap's not real, Mark. Bruh, listen to me. We're going to be fine. Don't let it fool you. And I guarantee, if you and Mark, tell me your favorite team. Are you a Bills fan, Mark? Please tell me if you're a Bills fan. And Vlad, come get your boy, Vlad. ABAB built into the cap increases per year, and we can restructure at any time. Mark is a Bills fan. Where's Vlad at? Vlad, come get your boy. He over here wilding. Mark over here wilding. All right. Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami Fan Morning Show. Clap Blockers. I'm your host, Stephen D. I'm going to bring y'all on here in a second. Y'all got me. My blood pressure getting high. It's getting high over here, arguing with Bills fans. Okay. So I want to bring you on. Donate to the channel. Help the channel grow. If y'all donate in increments of 10, we're going to do another giveaway on Friday. I'm trying to figure out what that giveaway is. It is going to be an autographed piece of memorabilia from a good player. I don't have the exact one yet. So donate in increments of 10. If you donate on Cash App or PayPal, I'll double your donation. So if you donate 10, that'll be 2 entries. If you donate 20, that'll be 4. So I'll make sure you guys do that. All right? Go ahead and donate to the channel. Help the channel grow. Todd L says, Steven, don't waste your time arguing with this Bills fan. Just the fact that he's here showing that he's worried. To be honest, the Dolphins look good, but are you comfortable with your linebacking core, right tackle, and center in depth? All right, fair question, Mark. And let me bring you here, guys. Here's the link to the chat, by the way. All right, #1. I am comfortable at linebacking. I'm not satisfied, but I'm comfortable. We have the best secondary in the league. Our front four, I think, is decent. It's not great. I could have one more big man up there to stop to have that run stopping. And we could have a little bit better linebacking core. I'm not saying that we don't need a middle linebacker, but I'm also going to sit here and say that our #1 leading tackler on defense is Jerome Baker. And I know some of the Dolphin fans don't like him, but he is the leading tackler for a reason. He's good. He doesn't have to be great. Okay? So could we upgrade at linebacker? Yes. Right tackle. Yes, we need a right tackle. But I'll say this, Mark, our best offseason acquisition, if you've been watching my show, is Matt Applebaum. Who's Matt Applebaum, Steven? He is the new offensive line coach. He was the previous offensive line coach at Boston College. Boston College, really, Steven? Yeah, the same Boston College that had a top 10 offensive line in all of college football the last 4 years. So yes, Mark, I think that taking what we currently have, coaching them up, seeing what real player development looks like, I'm not upset. By the way, center, we have Michael Dieter. I think Michael Dieter it will be fine with the acquisition of Matt Applebaum, coaching him up, along with having that comfortability with Connor Williams and Teron Armstead on the left side of the line. We are significantly better on the O-line. Not somewhat better, significantly better. And by the way, Mark, we're not done. We're still going to add some O-line depth, whether that be through free agency and that extra $21 million of cap room we have, or the draft. And by the way, Steven, your first pick's in the third round. I just previously went over. We have hit in 3 out of the last 5 years of our third round picks. And the only reason I can't say 4 out of 5 is because Hunter Long was drafted last year and he was hurt last year. So who knows what he's going to be this year. Not worried about it in the least bit. In the least bit. Okay. Let me bring on Todd L. What's up, Todd? How are you, man?
What's going on, man? You know, I'll be happy if we get a Reza, that center from Boston College in the 4th, and a Mike Rose for that middle linebacker from Iowa State in the 6th, and I'll be happy with that.
I think that there's a lot of really cool things, a lot of options, right? There's a lot of options that we have. You know?
Oh yeah. And we're only going to have to spend like $3 million on the draft because it's a 3rd and a 4th and a 5th and 6th. You don't spend anything, or 6th and 7th. I mean, you don't spend anything on the 6th or 7th. It's the 3rd round pick that's maybe $1 million.
Mike Krzyzewski says, so the Dolphins have better coaching that is yet to win a single game in the NFL. Are you concerned? I'm not concerned in any way, shape, or form. Don't get that twisted. But I also understand that, Mark, that you also, look, all this is on paper, right? And I get that. On paper, we look amazing. On paper, we've done the right things. It has to come to fruition. And we have never seen that in our franchise in the last 20 years. Let me just throw that out there. I'll give you that. But you know what? It can change. And I think that this is the beginning of it.
And you know what, though? Also, you can already see there was problems in the locker room at the end of last year that our coach has already gone in and fixed and has the players following them. You know, between, coaches like Agba, who really didn't like our defensive coordinator, but they still re-signed and extended and all that stuff.
Don't play into that, by the way. I know personally. Don't play into that. That's a false narrative floating out there.
Hey, also though, you never even mentioned we got probably the second best fullback in football.
Yep, Alec Ingold. 100%.
You know, that's a huge bonus. And remember what you said about Greer hitting on his picks. Now, over the last couple of years, he's hit on some picks. But what if Tua does make that step? Jackson gets some coaching and makes that step at right tackle.
Yeah.
Then you look at the draft and go, damn, he really did hit on picks.
Yep. Swear jar, Todd. But you're right. 100%. 100%. All right. I got some people from across the pond over here. So let me bring on these two gentlemen real quick. Number one, I got Wayne from Fins Nation UK. What's up, Wayne?
Hi, Steve. How are you?
I miss you, buddy. How are you?
Oh, I miss you too. I'm really good, thank you.
And then I also got from the Germany fan club, Franzi.
Franzi.
Good morning.
Good morning. Look, hey, y'all, this is a big deal. I got England and I got Germany up on the screen right now. That's a big deal. What's up, gentlemen? How y'all doing?
Yeah, I'm fine.
What time is it where you guys are at, first of all?
3:30.
3:30 in the afternoon. Franzi, what
Yeah.
about you?
1 hour later.
1 hour later, so you're 4:30. Okay. All right. Wayne, we'll start with you because I haven't talked to you in a while. Number one, I miss you, man. I see you guys doing big things across the pond over there.
Oh, we're busy.
You guys are, and a big season coming up. What did you want to talk about first things first? Because I know I've talked a lot about this morning.
Just what an off season it's been. It's we're so fired up. We're all pumped up. Everyone's behind the team. Everyone's so looking forward to the season. I can't remember the last time that the fan base was just so pumped up for the season ahead. It's just going to be, the free agent signings we've had has really turned this team around to hopefully, contend for the division.
Now, let me ask you a question, Wayne, because I'm sitting here arguing with some Bills fans in here, but where does it come into play? You have to show me, not just on paper. Is it okay for me to get excited?
100%.
I think it is too, right?
If you're not fired up now, when are you going to be fired up?
Well, come September, hopefully we're all fired up when we start the season 4-0. That's what I'm telling people. Look, I'm just hoping, but yeah, I agree. I think it's okay. Like I said, hope was a big word this offseason. Now it's more than just hope. Now it's like, holy cow! Like I'm starting to see the pieces of the puzzle come together. And in the past, I've never seen that before.
No, I agree. I agree. So I agree. Yeah. In the past, we've always, we're a bit of a homers. We're Dolphins fans. We always believe we're better than what we are. But this year, what we've put on our roster this year is the best we probably have for 20 years. So if we're not going to do it this year, when are we going to do it?
100%. 100%. Now, Franzi, let me ask you a question. What is the moves that we've made? What is in Germany? What is the fan club's pulse over there? Is everyone excited? Do they understand how big the moves we made this offseason?
Mostly yes. There are a few concerns about Tyreek Hill because of his off-field
issues. Okay.
But
let me put that to rest right now. Has he had any problems in Kansas City that's affected his on the field stuff? No. The answer is no. He hasn't. So let me just any Germany fans, if you haven't put that to bed, Tyreek Hill's going to be fine. It's going to work out well for us.
So there was started a collection. A few people said, for every Tyreek Hill touchdown, we're donating like 2 or 5 euros. Everyone can decide what sum for women's houses. So I think every bad thing has opportunities to make something out of it. So I think that's fine. And
Wayne, he's one up in you. He said for every Tyreek Hill touchdown, they're gonna donate to charity. I bet you all don't do that, Wayne. Y'all ain't gonna do that.
No comment.
Oh man! Now let me ask you guys something. So y'all, I showed, was it last Friday or last Thursday, the photos of 2017 when I was over there, Wayne, and I saw that you commented on them.
It was Friday.
It was how cool is it that over the last few years, Fins Nation UK has grown as big as it has. Number one, but number two, like the fact that there's a Germany fan club and a UK fan club, and I'm over here in the States, and we all get to talk like that. That's crazy. You never thought that would have happened a couple of years ago, right?
You were there at the beginning. You were there before we had Fins Nation UK.
Mm-hmm.
You were one of the ones that convinced me to start it. So, you know where we come from, and obviously now where we are. So, we're doing good things. I've got a meeting on Tuesday with the Dolphins about the marketing rights in the UK. So that's interesting. So we'll see what comes of that. But it's just generally, it's blown my mind, to be honest with you, how quickly we've grown and what we've done in 5 years. So it's been amazing.
And your fan club now, how many people does it have? Do you know?
2,200.
Yep. And how many people did we have in 2017 come to the pub? Probably a couple of hundred?
Yeah, a couple of hundred. And the one we did in London this year was probably about 700.
Oh, my God.
That place was rammed. They were queuing up around the corner to get in.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's insane. And so,
the venue we had, the pub we had around the corner from there, bearing in mind, it's just around the corner from Tottenham Stadium, and all the big games that Tottenham have held in the past, the landlady in the pub said that the day that we had the Dolphins event at the pub, they broke records for takings behind the bar.
Y'all over there doing big things. And if I'm correct, the Dolphins are like voted the number 2 biggest fan or the biggest NFL, like have the second most fans in the UK, right?
Yeah, it's something like that. It's hard to tell exactly, but yeah, we are definitely one of the more supported. Most of us as well are like in our 40s and 50s now because we all started off in the 80s with Marino. So
well, Marino in Montana played there in the 80s, and
he did. I was at that game. Yeah.
Yeah. See,
the American Bowl.
Stuff. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember that.
Hey, Steven, did you notice something with new scandal in Washington might take a little heat off Ross for a little while too?
Yeah, I've heard that. What's his face? What's the owner's name there? I don't
Snyder.
know. Snyder. Yeah, that he's actually running.
Well, he kept money from the league.
Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard that too. Look, I'll say this, man. The Stephen Ross stuff, we're not going to have to worry about for a while. I don't think it's. Oh, look at there you go, Franzi. I see you now, buddy. I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal down the road. Now, I'm not saying it won't be altogether. I'm just saying right now it's all 100% football, and anything else I don't think it's that it'll take the heat off Ross. I just think it's not right now. They're just going to let things be what they are until whatever investigation happens, and so I'm not even going to talk about it until that happens. So. And everybody's worried about, well, they might take our draft picks for next year. I don't think that's the case. I think again, I trust Greer. Greer knows what he's doing. I've never seen a GM work the way that Chris Greer has. And he's openly mocking the NFL and their salary cap.
And Greer, I've never seen him like this loose, this relaxed since he's been here.
Yeah.
You see him in his interviews. He's just laid back. He's just talking. He just don't care.
100%. 100%. Franzi, let me ask you a question. What is the fan club's pulse over there? Are you guys going to get together in person this year? Because I know it's been a little crazy with all the restrictions and everything. But, is the goal to get a pub this year over there and get together? For Dolphins games? For Dolphins games, yeah.
In Miami?
No, for Dolphins games in general, to get together and watch the games together. Because the time difference is what, 8 hours, really? 6 hours?
What time you got right now?
On a 1:00 afternoon Sunday game. What time is it there for you guys?
It's 7 p.m.
All right, so you guys could get together at a pub and watch the game.
It's one afternoon, the early slot or
the early slot. The early slot, yeah. So you guys don't like 4:00 games or primetime games because then
8 p.m. ones.
No.
Wait, I'll tell you what though, Wayne and they have FaceTime me at 1 a.m. when they've watched games together at somebody's house, which has been pretty funny, man. Yeah. I know Ali was over there with you guys, Wayne, right?
Yeah,
Ali
he was. Yeah, good guy. Yeah, he was. Yeah, we didn't know he was there. And Robbie just messaged him. He goes, "Yeah, I'm in London." So we hooked up, and he came and watched Super Bowl with us.
That's awesome, man.
Although I did go to bed at halftime, I will admit. We did start drinking at midday, so
you gotta stop. It's 5:00 somewhere. It's 5:00 somewhere.
Always.
I love it, man. How are the rest of the guys doing over there? Robbie and
oh yeah, they're all good. We're all meeting up soon. We're off to Dublin in Ireland, so we have a fan club weekend. So we've got our own fan club weekend in Dublin. So we'll all be meeting up again soon for some shenanigans over in Dublin with some Irish fans.
And what do you guys do? Dublin and what's his face? I had a picture. I met like 3 or 4 in the
Mick McGuire. Mick McGuire lives over there. Yeah.
So you guys
you ought to come on the show when you all get together.
Yeah, definitely.
Look, my Clock Blockers is all around the world. I'm saying Germany, UK. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, but Steven, you could have a morning with just having him up with the fan club and having each one of the fans get on and talking.
Hey, look, I am all about that. Wayne,
We will have hangovers though.
That's true. That's true. But at 1 o'clock in the afternoon or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, you guys might just be getting the party started at 3 o'clock.
No, we start earlier than that, Stephen. Come on.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You know our reputation.
I do. 100%. Yeah. Now, Franzi, I do want to admit, on my bucket list is going to Oktoberfest in Germany. Is that all it's cracked up to be? Is Oktoberfest amazing over there?
I've never been there, so...
What?
Yeah, so American get Hollywood, and Hollywood makes an imagery about whole Germany that's just Bavaria, because American soldiers have been in Bavaria stationed.
Okay.
So most Americans think whole of Germany is like Bavaria, but even most of Germans hate Bavaria. So, and their traditions, there are little Oktoberfest around the whole country, but
nothing major.
That's not my vibe.
Not like we make it out to be.
No.
Okay.
So,
Oktoberfest is actually in September.
Yeah. See?
How weird is that?
Season. Right when football season is.
Like
I'm just saying.
To start October.
Now, who do you guys think will? So, it's interesting. So there's usually.
Can I say something? So
go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
About the meetings of the German Dolphins. We had last season watch parties. It was the London game, the Jaguars, I think.
Yep.
We had a watch party in the south of Germany and in Berlin. And I can show you imagery of.
Okay, I'm down with that. How many did you guys go to a pub and watch the game? I don't know if you guys call it a pub like they do in the UK.
So
I'm assuming
it's
it's a pub.
A bowling sports bar. We've been there. Share screen.
Yeah, let me put you on the main screen too. Add the stream. There we go.
So that's our group of the
watch
party.
That's cool.
Yeah,
it looks like there's about 20 of you all there. That's awesome.
Yeah, maybe.
Wayne remembers those days when there was about 20 people, right?
Oh, if only.
That's so cool, man. German Miami Dolphin fans.
So that's me, the guy singing loudly the fight song. And behind me in the black and white shirt, that's the guy I told you about Friday who married my sister because of the weekend.
Oh, yeah. So did you hear that, Wayne? You brought love together in 2017.
I did. I heard that last week. Yeah.
Wayne over here bringing love together. He's better than eHarmony. Y'all don't even know.
You can pay me later.
Now, where's Martin? Where's Martin at?
Oh, he's at work.
No, not.
Oh, Martin.
Yeah, Murr. Oh, there he goes. Okay. All right.
This one with the beard is our head of the fan club. It's Dirk Albrecht.
Dirk. I know Dirk. What's up, Dirk? I've talked to him on Facebook. That's it.
Yeah, so
right.
that's
I believe
section.
I don't know how to say this, but somebody wrote a super message in the chat here. What does this say, Franzi?
Flossen hoch, it's like fins up.
But
nobody says that, then it's Super Bowl bound. Let's go.
Let's go. I like it. And watch this. Here's my joke of the day. Wayne, how do you say fins up in English?
Fins up.
I love it, man. I love it. Now, I think it's so cool. So over this past offseason, I've gotten to know a little bit the Italy fan club. There's a Sweden fan club I've heard, right?
Yeah.
Am I missing anybody? And then you two. Am I missing
There's
anybody overseas?
the French.
Yep, the French have a fan
Yeah.
club. Man. Now, are y'all planning on maybe doing the? Do you think the Dolphins are going to be the Germany game? I don't
No.
think they are. I was hoping that they were, but it doesn't look like they are.
Do we even play the Bucks this year?
Are the Buccaneers the team that's going there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we don't. I don't think we play Tampa this year.
Nope.
Nope. All right,
we
so
played them
there
last
goes
year.
that. Now where they're playing at, if it goes good, there'll be another German game next year, though. I would think.
Yeah, so it's confirmed that there's next year also in Frankfurt.
Okay. Home of the
And,
Galaxy.
Yeah. And Universe.
I love it, man. Man, Dolphins fans are all over the world. It's so cool. It's so cool. That's the best part about being a fan, is doing that, man.
I think the Dolphins will be in the UK within the next 4 years.
Again.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, because we've got the marketing rights for the 4 years now for the UK. So I think they're going to obviously bring a team over while they got the marketing rights to promote in the UK. So,
you know, that game in the UK just made me mad this past year.
Yeah, the
Jacksonville.
Jacksonville game.
You know, I'm in Jacksonville, and I was planning on going to that game. And all of a sudden, oh no, that's gonna be the UK, man.
So I've been trying to get people. So I know Wayne, and I've gotten to know some of the German fan club with Franzi and them, and I've been telling them, you know, a lot of the fans not a lot, some of the fans in the US get mad or have gotten mad when the Dolphins have lost a home game or, you know, have to travel to go to a game, and I'm just like, guys, there are so many Miami Dolphin fans overseas that it's not like it's some sort of all-star game. It will be like a home game, you know, and there's such a big support of the Dolphins overseas that I'm very surprised by it, honestly, because number one, I know football's an American sport. At least our football is. And I always find it amusing that when I went over for the London game a few years ago, that there was how many people? 200 plus people. I didn't expect there to be 200 plus people at the pub that day. And then you're telling me now this past year you had 700.
yeah.
That's insane. How many people do you expect to be at your off season?
Corona circumstances, 700. So many people out of Germany didn't even go to the British game because of Corona.
That's see.
But we had to turn people away because we couldn't get no more in.
That's insane, man. You over here breaking people's hearts, man, because you can't party with
I'm
you,
making people's hearts as well, by the way.
You are. You guys raised a lot of money, man. You guys did really cool stuff, man. You guys have done a lot of really cool stuff for charity and everything, man. I enjoy what you guys do. I love having you on, too. All right, well, let's talk a little bit of football, because that's why you guys are here.
Of course. Yeah.
What do you think? So the Dolphins have $20 million left in cap space.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think the Dolphins are going to do?
So let's first talk about what Mark said, that we have just that we have 4 million over next year and just have 39 players. So yeah,
that's not true. That's not true. We have 20 million in cap space.
Yeah, but for next year. But that makes me excited.
Well, no.
But see, next year, Chris Greer will again make this cap space visit.
But
estimate this year, and it will again be a very funny off season.
Hey, next year we're 4 million over, and they haven't even shown the increase of the cap yet.
Yeah, exactly. And they've said,
and it's supposed to take a huge jump over these next couple of years. So you don't even know what that jump is going to be.
I'm telling you, the Dolphins are going to be a Super Bowl contender, if not this year, next year. I'm almost positive.
These GMs know what the jump is going to be. You look at what the Rams are doing. You look what the Rams are doing. Look what all these other teams. They know what it is more than what we do. So you got to have some kind of confidence that they're doing that. You know, setting up because they know what it's going to be at.
What about you, Wayne? What do you think they're going to do with the $21 million they have available left? Because you know they got to use 4 or 5 for the draft.
That much? We ain't got no picks left.
Exactly. Maybe three. You're right. Maybe three.
Yeah, I would like some more O-line help, but maybe a middle linebacker. But who knows? I mean, I know Jack's out there and Treader, he's out there. But yeah, I mean, it's what we'd like to see. But who knows? We're not a GM. If we were, we wouldn't be sat here, would we?
No, that's true. Although there's a lot of couch GMs that we have out there.
There certainly is.
Yeah. Look, I want to say that the Dolphins, I don't think that they're done. My question to myself is, are they going to go out in free agency and test the water with some more people? Because now they have the cap room to go out and get a J.C. Treader, when before they said, no, J.C. Treader's probably not going to happen. But now I'm like, well, does it happen now because of the contract? Everything's done with Xavien? Because Xavien was the last piece to fall in-house that they needed. You've
got your cuts coming up from camp as well. So there's going to be some players there you might want to look at. Maybe a linebacker or a center that's got cut in camp that you may want to, kick the tires with. So
that's true, but you don't need a lot of money for that. So look, I think the Dolphins go on and get one more big player. I just have no idea who that is.
Well, the only thing on the market is like a center. That's it. The linebackers are gone pretty much.
So what do you think about Calvin Noy? He's an agent. The fans liked him. The players liked him.
Who, Kyler Murray?
No, Calvin Noy.
No, Kyle Van Noy from New England. They let him go.
Kyle Van Noy.
For Bill Belichick not to keep him even on the cheap, you'd have to think he's declining enough where I wouldn't want him.
I don't know. In the chat, tell me, would you want Kyle Van Noy to come back? Yes or no? Put it in the chat.
So his numbers.
I have to say no.
Bad.
I mean, if you got him for the cheap, I don't know. I like him. I don't know.
Yeah, but see, here's my problem, Steven, is we have too many linebackers right now at the cheap, except for Baker, of course. But, I want to get somebody who's a solid starter.
Yeah. I want somebody who can play in zone coverage, too. Somebody who can cover if need be.
We're not going to be playing a lot of zone this year. The only team the only team that played more man-to-man than us was Kansas City, we got their defensive back coach Madison over here now.
But Todd, that's all the more reason that you want somebody that can play the pass, right? You want somebody who can handle themselves.
Oh no, definitely.
And so I go back and I look and I'm like, well, who's a linebacker that is available that you would be able to do that with? And nobody comes off the top of my head that does that. Because everybody's like, well, if you get a middle linebacker, it needs to be somebody who can, be a dog inside and stop the run. We're going to have 8 men in the box on the regular. And we have safeties and corners that can come up and sack the quarterback. So I want my middle linebacker to be able to play the pass more than he can blitz. We already have dogs that can blitz. I don't need another one,
and I agree with you, but the only one that I thought would have hit that one is in LA now.
Yeah, I know. Melvin Ingram, right?
No. But Wagner.
Bobby Wagner, my bad. Yeah, look, and it sucks that we couldn't get him because the contract was $11 million this year?
Well, no, you got a $50 million deal for 5 years.
I know, I said this year.
Oh, this year I don't know what the hit is. I don't know how they structured it.
I think the hit is 11. So we would have been fine. We would have had, if we had 21.
I don't think Miami wanted to give him 5 years. I think that was the big thing.
Well, I don't know what they're going to do.
He's already up there in age.
Like, again, I agree. Our third round hits have hit in the past. So I'm not worried about Greer drafting a guy that I think's going to hit, by the way, gentlemen. Like, I think it's going to hit. But the reality is, when you're looking at it, what do the Dolphins – like, you can't expect a rookie to come in and make that significant impact. You can hope that it'll happen. You can't expect that.
I'm telling you right now, I really think they're going to shock everybody with that third-round pick and go for that punter.
Matt Ariza. Oh, I'm all for it. By the way,
we have that's the only thing we don't have on our roster right now. We have nobody at that position. Usually you have two punters going in and battling it out in the off season. We don't even have one.
Trey said Dante Hightower, Quan Alexander, and Alec Ogletree are all capable inside linebackers.
Now, Quan Alexander, I might be interested in there.
Well, Ogletree's too, I don't know how he is against the pass personally, but I know he's not as healthy all the time either. So I don't know if I want Ogletree.
Dante's been banged up a lot in his career, but there's also that rumor out there about Minnesota's linebacker might be on the market.
Yep, I've heard that too.
That one I might be looking at taking a flyer on a trade.
Flipside Fishing says, I think Greer makes a move to get a stud linebacker in the draft. So, that goes – let me bring in Russell. What's up, Russell?
What's up? How's everybody doing?
Hey, Russell. How you doing?
No, I'm doing all right. Having a pretty good morning listening to you guys. I'm going to agree with that comment. I think the linebacker position is going to be addressed in the draft. I think if we make another free agency move, you're in the right direction, Steven. I think it'll be J.C. Treader, or we could,
Well, J.C. Treader's available, so.
Yeah, and they may wait till after the draft because he may be available after the draft. It doesn't look like anybody's rushing in to swoop him up or anything,
and you know what?
That could be a cause for concern all on its own, because that is either a money issue or there's something wrong with JC nobody's talking about.
Well, no, J.C. Treader has been known not to practice, so why does he want to go to camp? Let's stall it out a little bit longer. You got to think about that, too, because he's never been known to practice.
Yeah, but see, and this is the thing, because everybody wanted to talk about his injury history, but he's been healthy. He hasn't missed a game in 5 seasons.
Oh, I know.
So, and if that means him not practicing keeps him healthy, then I'm all for it. But I think they're holding off on making any more moves till after the draft.
Wayne, let me ask you a question. If you had a chance in the 3rd round,
linebacker,
no, you would go linebacker over offensive lineman.
Yeah,
interesting.
I think it's more of a need. I think we need a thumper in the middle. Someone,
I hear they're interested in that guy Anderson, and he might be in there in the 3rd round. That linebacker.
But Troy Anderson will be available.
Wayne, let me ask you, so let's just play this scenario out, Wayne. 3rd round comes about. You have a project, somebody who has a high ceiling, but maybe isn't a day 1 starter at linebacker. But you have a day 1 starter at let's say guard or tackle. Don't you take the person who can play for you right away?
You probably do. It's probably the right thing to do. But I also think middle linebacker's a big need on this team still. And I think we can plug and play with guards more than we can a middle linebacker.
That's true. I'll give you that.
Now I will say this: if a player of the caliber that I'll put it this way. And I'll make it simple. I don't believe this player even touches the 3rd round. But if he makes it down to 102, if Abraham Lucas is there, I think you're crazy not to take him, because I believe he is one of the best right tackles in this draft.
Now, what school is he from?
Oh God, you had to ask me early in the morning. I would actually have to look on top of my head.
Wasn't it something like Mississippi or something?
I think it's some southern school. I want, maybe somebody in the chats know. Does anybody know where Abe Lucas is from?
Let me bring in Sharif into the conversation. What's up, Sharif? How are you, bro?
Your chat's going in on the Buffalo fan.
Hey, fins up. How's it going, guys?
I didn't start it. I didn't start it. That's all I'm saying. Hey, real
quick,
got
your back though.
He's from Washington.
Okay.
Do you know what today is? Today's the first day of off-season programs for the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah, I know. I was going to say, You got to get fired up watching them all walking. They're showing videos of them all walking in, getting ready.
Oh, yeah. Waddle and Tua walked in together.
So this is Blake Ferguson walking in. Shout out to Blake Ferguson. By the way, the Dolphins know how to hit on long snappers, boy. They make good calls on long snappers.
No, we had John Denny forever.
For years, we didn't have to make calls on long snappers.
This is Raheem Mostert. Where's it at? There we go. Raheem Mostert walking into the building. Raheem is big, isn't he?
And he's fast. Oh my God, at his size.
The speed that we got this year is unbelievable.
We're putting out
my biggest concern with Raheem is just staying healthy. If he can stay healthy, he's going to be a huge impact on this team.
Jalen Waddle and Tua walking in.
Yep,
boy,
that's the one I think.
Excited. If that don't get you excited, boy.
Tua looked at Waddle and said, "You ready?"
But woo! Trying to tell y'all, that's going to be the combination this year.
You know what? They're looking at each other going, now I feel like Bama days with all this speed on the field.
Mm-hmm.
There's our new.
See, today is the first. I got to ask you something, Steven. Did you see? Because I got to bring it up.
Connor Williams. Go ahead, man.
So it was on Twitter. I'm not even going to mention who brought it up. I'm not putting anybody out there like that. But somebody showed a clip of a supposed inside source stating that they're already looking to move off of Tua because he doesn't know.
No, I'm not having that conversation up here.
They're just not able to even have the playbook. They like he hasn't even had it yet.
Not having that conversation. Not gonna.
Oh, God,
I know they're not allowed to have it. So he better not.
They can't have it till OTA.
Oh man.
He better not have the. He better not know the playbook yet.
Steven.
Yeah. What's up? Go ahead. I'm listening. Can you hear me?
So Steven, what I was looking at, right, is this is the time when I think, yeah, I'm great. So do you guys remember the time when McDaniel had that video out? I think he was younger, quite younger, when he was teaching the linemen what he expects on certain plays.
Yeah, that was such a cool.
And he was very articulate during that time.
Yeah.
And I think that's why most people take him as a nerd, but that's only when he was working with the line at that time. But I think this is where he's in the classroom on the chalkboard, gonna make it very simple. I think one thing he's gonna do is make those plays on the board become subjective to these players. So you could kind of go on quick huddles and they know what they're gonna do. Each player is gonna know what they're gonna do. He's that attuned to teaching, and this is it, guys. Monday morning. But what I'm looking at, you mentioned linebackers that we need. I think I just did a Twitter space yesterday, and I was looking at the Bears defense, and I get pushback on this that the defensive tackle of traditional days are done. The Fridge, Tim Bowens, Will Fork, and I disagree because if you look at the Bears defense, they stand up 7, they stand up 5, just like us. And what Buddy Ryan essentially gave credit to is that Brian Flores brought that back. But what I see in Raekwon Davis at 325 pounds, 6'7", is he's just not the guy that's gonna stop the guard and the center from moving it. He's just not that guy. So when we talk about completing this defense, I'm looking at a Marquand McCall at 380 pounds. I'm looking at a Noah Ellis. Because when I look at that Bear defense and Mike Singletary and these guys, look, man, we have to complete this defense. If it's the Buddy Ryan defense, then please don't tell me with a 0 blitz defense you don't need a nose. And so I'm looking forward to getting a nose tackle in here that can stop the run.
Yeah, but I'll tell you right now, Raekwon's been a beast, man, for where we picked him. He's been a great player.
He is 100%, and I don't understand. I'll be honest, I don't understand it. I don't understand why some of the fan base hates on Baker the way that they do, because I think Baker's legit. Like, look,
All right,
don't get it
hold up.
twisted.
Hold up, Steven. I've been one of the ones that have hated on Baker in the past. And the reason I don't, he's great with his pursuit speed, but he gets washed out a lot when he's up at the line.
You're
That's been
breaking
my
up,
biggest
Todd.
problem. He makes more plays 5 yards downfield than he does up near the line of scrimmage, 10 yards downfield.
Yeah, man. I mean, look, I understand it, but he's still the leading tackler the last 3 years.
So
Yeah, but I don't count a tackle after the first down marker. You know, you get him the first down, then it's
That's what I was gonna
tackle.
The thing about Baker is he's not that great in coverage all the time. He's
You know what
better
this
off
reminds
when
me
he-
of?
He doesn't have to be. We got other people for that.
And he's
Yeah,
not
but
good.
with his athletic profile,
You know what this
he
reminds
could be
me
good
of?
at coverage.
Guys make excuses.
For what, Baker?
Let me tell you something. When Greer and Tannenbaum drafted Baker, we all cried. Tannenbaum and Tannenbaum and Gase. When they drafted Baker, we did not have a cover linebacker. We were crying for that for 2 years. We got him, right? When we get him, we criticize. It's almost like people look for excuses to rip into Tua. You look into excuses to rip into Baker. Do you know by all 22, by the 90 snaps Baker played on the edge from week 7 on, meaning when they fixed Baker, do you know he is the best he's the best outside linebacker? And how much blitzes and sacks he got off of that? He's most productive if used right. But what we want to do is put him on the bus. I know YouTubers who want to put Baker on the bus 2 years ago. So,
I am not one of them.
and people
I
still
have
wanna
been a
put
very
Tua-
supportive person of Baker.
So to me, if you have the best outside linebacker who blitzes and gets sacks, my God, look what he did to Mahomes.
Baker's
So-
legit. Y'all need to stop sleeping on my man. I understand where his needs improvements, as it would be on a report card, it would say. But I'm telling y'all, Baker's
The one thing I will give Baker is he was playing out of position as the Mike.
Hey, do y'all realize right now I got people on from the UK, Germany, and the Bahamas? I'm just saying, this might be the #1 Miami fan morning show.
That's what's
all I'm
up.
gonna say. That's all
I
I'm
know,
gonna
I know which one of them I'd rather be at.
And hopefully we can
Hey,
go
Russell.
to Arizona.
Hey, Russell, where are you from?
Ohio.
We got Ohio. Todd, where are you
I'm
at?
Florida.
That's what's up.
Yep, and I'm in Baltimore. Look at us.
Oh, by the way,
Hopefully,
hey,
all of us can be in Arizona at the end.
I'm
in
about
July-
45 minutes
in
from the
July,
Cincinnati
Sharif.
Bengals Stadium.
In July, Sharif, in July, I'm taking a trip down to the Bahamas on a cruise.
Uh-oh, I need to see a photo. With a
Oh
selfie
man,
of you
that'll
two.
be awesome. That'll be awesome.
And then y'all need to tag Miami Sports
Hey,
Music.
I tell you what, once you dock at the Paradise Island or whatever hotel you dock at, and you let me know you're here, your tour is free. You get the best of everything when you got a tour
Sharif
guide.
said your tour is free. I like it.
There you go.
Dude, we'll definitely have to hang out, man. Definitely.
All right, let me ask y'all another question. So, look, #1, I'm hyped about seeing these photos of people walking in the building today. What do you guys think the most important thing is of these off-season or organized team activities are in the off-season? Is it learning the new playbook? Is it getting accustomed with your teammates? Is it understanding what this head coach is going to be like and how you'll work with this new coach? Well, it's a question for everybody around the room. I'll start with Wayne, and I'll go around the room.
I think it's getting used to McDaniel, the way he works, how he wants you to study, what he wants you to do on the pitch, and obviously the playbook. It's basically a whole new system, a whole new setup. Offensively, it's a whole new staff. I just think it's about learning the McDaniel way and how he wants you to do it.
Yeah, whatever way that may be, but I agree.
Yeah.
I think building
Whichever way it is going to be better than the old way.
I'll say that building team chemistry is the most important thing, and I'll elaborate that more. Franzi, what do you think the most important thing is? Is it learning the playbook, building team chemistry, getting to know your new teammates? What's the most important thing in these organized team activities?
So there's nothing bad thing about building team chemistry, but I think it's like 2/3 or so of the coaching staff is new, so it's definitely learning the new coaches, learning how they think and what they want from you.
Hey, look, that's a good one. Todd, what do you think the most important thing is?
I have to agree with him. I don't think it's just I don't think it's more McDaniel. I think it's more the positional coaches and how each position is going to go with their positional coaches. I think that's the big thing.
Well, I'm excited to see Matt Applebaum. I wish I could be in that offensive line room today.
That's the one. That's the big one
because, so bad.
Because I'm telling you right now, what they do with their O-line is completely different than what they've been. A lot of these guys haven't even been coached right at the NFL level. Now they're going to get actual teaching and coaching. I think that's the big thing.
Hey, look, I like it. Russell, what do
you? Team chemistry, terminology of the playbook, because for some of these players, especially at key positions such as Waddle and Tua, they've run this style of offense before in Alabama, so it's going to be more about terminology than actually learning the playbook for me. Once he gets that down, because a lot of people learn this way, and I got to give credit to TD because he's the one that brought this up. People learn in different ways. Well, he has talked about how Tua learns kinesthetically, and it's not about reading pages of plays. It is about going out and actually doing repetition over and over and over and over and over again to the point that they're so comfortable with it, they're good. So for me, it's terminology, team chemistry, and I want to see two individual leaders on this team kind of take control of their positional rooms. One would be Teron Armstead. I think this is going to be an easy thing for him. I think it's going to be natural, and I think all the young guys in on that O-line are going to listen. It's time for him to take that group and take them to the next step, because he's going to play a big factor in that, and Tyreek Hill in the wide receiver room.
Sharif, what do you think the most important thing is to OTAs and off-season workouts?
Honestly, from the video I watched, because I did a lot of research when we were looking into getting him, the way he teaches, I just think he wants you to remember, particularly for quick huddles, things that you're going to know from the back of your hand. The defense will have to adjust, and then I've been hearing this a lot too. When we put the wrinkles in, let's say after week 13, because the NFL has adjusted, then the wrinkles are gonna still kill teams. So I think just remembering what you've been taught this week, so you can be in the back of your head. That's what I think really matters.
Yeah. All right, let me bring on some people in the back room here. Crypto, what's up, Crypto? Crypto, take yourself off mute.
Crypto should be
what's going on, everybody?
What's going on?
Probably still recovering from partying all weekend.
Crypto, are you? What are your thoughts about Devante Parker leaving?
Yeah, that bus ticket has been printed and issued. I drove him personally up to Boston, gave him the tour of the Boston Harbor, and he threw some tea in the bay for good measure.
Hey, Crypto.
Hey, be careful. We got the UK up there. Don't talk about the Boston Tea Party over here.
Hey, Crypto. How is the hangover, man? Because I know you were popping bottles this weekend.
Yeah, I know.
Hey.
I was a bit hungover, man. I was a little sauced up.
Crypto didn't have to convince Ross this year. All Crypto did was tell Ross, I won't re-up season tickets if you keep them on the roster, okay, boss? All right, I'll get it worked on right away.
Me and Crypto were joking around when Pete was talking about Waddle to New England, we were like, oh, they can have Parker though. We won't worry about that. And look what happened.
We were like saying they can have Parker. Exactly. Yep. And look, we made that happen. Me and Stephen Ross, we made it happen, man. We made it happen.
Because hey, everybody forgets at practice there were players actually worried that Parker was losing his steps because he couldn't get away from X or Byron. He ain't gonna do much against us when we play him. And that's our organization saying we're not afraid of the Patriots.
Right. Basically, that's what they're saying. They're not worried about the Patriots secondary at all, or a wide receiver core or against our secondary. He trusts more in our secondary than them.
Miami Sports Music's number one Miami fan morning show. Clap Blackers, hit that like button if you haven't hit it already. Over 100 of y'all are in the room. Only 60 likes. Hit the like button. Donate to the channel. Help the channel grow. And if you want to ask a question, I definitely want to hear from you. And we'll answer your question here on the
Hey, Steven.
What's up?
I got a question for everyone in the panel. Name a secondary that has enough speed and talent at the corner position to cover all our weapons.
Don't worry, we'll wait.
Well,
he's on our team.
I have to do all the Todd. I would have to go through all the 40 times.
I don't think
maybe one or two players, but not both starting positions.
Yeah,
probably not.
I'll be honest with you. The only secondary that's even remotely close to deal with it is ours.
Is us. Yep, it's correct. And that's one of the things I want to highlight.
That's because they play physical. That's because they play physical. I don't know if they run that fast, Steven.
Think about this, guys. With Sam Madison, right, and Patrick Surtain back there. Yeah. And you have basically Xavien can retire and become a head coach, become a coach along with them, like a player coach, let's say 3 years from now, right? So think of this. With the only corners who can possibly hold our own offense, and you got Surtain and Madison back there. Oh my God, Igbenogany, he's gonna fly. I'm telling you, they're gonna put him through so much.
Noah who?
They're gonna force it out of him.
Igbenogany shouldn't even be in this conversation. You know who the?
I don't know who that man is. I'm not saying his name until he shows me something.
And no one ever talks about Nick Needham, and he's the third best corner on this team without a doubt.
Nick Needham would be a starter on any other team.
Yes,
absolutely. On the boundary, mind you.
Hey, who's going to the practices this year? Anybody? Steven, you going to any of them?
I live in Baltimore. There's no way I can go.
Yeah, I can.
I think
I'm going to get on a plane ticket to go every day.
I'm 40 minutes from Baltimore.
Batman is going?
Hey, in the chat, whoever's going down to camp this year, I want video footage of when the receivers go against the corners one-on-one.
Look, it's going to be crazy. That much I know.
Yeah.
It'll be crazy.
It's going to be interesting, is the scheme they're going to throw against them to try to
let
better.
me ask the panel a question. Is there anybody on the panel that was upset by the Devante Parker trade?
What kind of question is that?
So this is very simple for me to answer. I am not upset with the trade itself. I'm upset with where he went.
I'm not.
You don't. Okay. I made it
It's
clear.
a no-brainer for me.
Look. I didn't like the fact that when we had Flores as a coach because he came from New England. I get tired. I didn't like trading Wes Welker to New England. We need to stop this interdivisional back and forth with coaching and players. We need to eliminate them from our trade options, from everything. We should not be involved with this team ever anymore. We should have learned from it with Flores. And look, we should have learned from losing Wes Welker. Was it really worth that second round pick? No. And then we also had Junior Seau that left us to go to New England. I mean, look at there is too much history between the Dolphins and the Patriots. We should tell them to kick rocks if they call us.
I understand what the Welker thinks. That one did bother me, but I almost think this weakens New England a little bit because you can't rely on Parker to be your number one. The minute he goes down, you've already put everything into him as your number one. He goes down with an injury, which you know he will. I think it weakens New England more than it strengthens them.
Exactly, Todd. And I was
And
going to
that's
add
very
to, and I was going
possible.
to add to that by saying I would agree and say that next year's third pick that we get, who haven't even been drafted yet, will probably be more reliable, even 10 times better than Parker. And we ain't even picked him yet.
And what if we use like that third round pick and add it with a first next year and maybe get a Debo or something that they might be working on?
So let me say this. Here's my 2 cents worth. All right, and I said it a little bit ago. I'm going to echo a little bit of what I said earlier. Am I a little scared in the back of my mind that it could turn out to be another Wes Welker? Of course I am. But all the signs.
That's what you assuming that Mac Jones is Tom Brady.
I got you. Hold on. I'm not done. Let me finish. Number
It's
one,
Whack Jones.
Exactly. It's Whack Jones. Number one, this man has been healthy for a full season one time in 7 years. One time. Number two, he's never remotely even come close to being what we hoped he could be. And number three, he is their best receiver right now. Does that not tell you something about where the Patriots are at? He's their best receiver.
They're nowhere near at the talent
He's
level.
their
in that
best
room that we are.
receiver. And so you look at
Right.
all that and you're like, hold
We
up.
weakened them.
And I was like, and the other thing is, this secondary has gone up against him for practice and training camp and every day for the last 7 years. You don't think that this secondary knows how to play Devante Parker? And so some people on Twitter were like, oh man, Belichick's going to know how to utilize him. Number one, you have to be healthy for a whole season in order to be utilized in the way that you want to do.
I would like to piggyback off of what you were saying about the fact that they've played him in practice for the last 7 years, because I think that when we do play the Patriots this year, I think they put X on him, and X will shut him down.
It will shut him down. But I'll also finish my point in saying, too, that I think that we got the best draft compensation for him. So when we got rid of Wes Welker, in my opinion, it was for a bag of balls to a team that couldn't draft anyways. They couldn't draft anyways.
Agreed.
This team can draft, and this team has hit on third round picks.
And even if we don't hit on that third round pick can be used to move up in the draft. That's a valuable pick.
The package,
that's still
package
hitting.
With some other
That's
picks
still
to
hitting
move up.
on the. That's still hitting on the pick as far as I'm concerned.
But it's a valuable pick because you can do so many different things with it.
100%.
Especially
So,
next
look,
year, moving up with more ammunition.
I get some fans' hesitance or
I just hate
That's because they love mediocrity. That's why.
No, it has nothing to do with.
No, I don't think it has anything.
I
to do
just
with
don't
that.
like the idea of seeing Devante Parker in a freaking Patriots jersey. It kind of sucks. He's been a Dolphin.
I don't care where he's at. I would have rather him be working at Walmart. I don't care. Get him out of the building. That's the goal.
Who was the first one to tell you that we were going to trade him?
I knew we was going to get rid of him regardless.
I know.
I wanted him out of here since 2018.
Hey, you know what? You know why we got the third round
Well,
pick?
yeah, you did, Russ, but I was trying to get him out of the building before Flores was even offered the job since 2018. He should have never been part of this regime in the last 4 years.
Hey, Crypto, you know what, though? Here's the thing. Every other team, I guarantee you, was only willing to give up us a fifth at most. You know what I mean? At most. So if New England wanted him, it being in the division, you're going to have to pay up more. And that's why we got the third. You know, if we're going to trade within our division and give you Parker, you're going to have to give us more than what the rest of the league wants to give us.
And what Philly was offering in Green Bay.
Yeah, we want that third round pick. That's what ups the price.
We were probably being offered a six for him, maybe a fifth at best from other teams.
Yeah, but see, us going in the division, that made us so we can say, okay, if we're going to give you him and we got to face him twice a year, we want a third then. That's it.
Well,
yeah, which was slick by Greer.
I'll be honest with you. So 2 years ago, I think it was, people were thinking we could have got a first round pick for Devante, and I knew that wasn't the case this time around.
We should have traded him,
but
no. That year he stayed healthy and had that
and had a full year. We could have easily gotten
that's the year we should have traded. Yes.
But what I'll say,
it was already too late at that point. He already showed you he was unreliable. That was an anomaly outlier year, and he wasn't going to give you that production going forward for the rest of his career.
Well, and I personally didn't care for the contract.
What I will say to it is that when you're looking at it from that point of view, you have to understand. Look, I think the Dolphins got the most value for him right now.
They probably did.
Agreed,
100%. Yeah, because they can flip that pick and get a better player.
Because some people were mad that we had to give up a 5th round pick to go along with him, and I'm like, let me ask you: would you rather have a 5th round pick or a 3rd rounder?
3rd.
Hey, how many yards does Parker have in his career?
I don't know. Doesn't matter.
Not a lot. Only one 1,000-yard season in 7 seasons.
Yep,
I think,
and only one full season where he played every game.
In the last 2 years,
he played every game that year. I still think he missed the game.
In the last 2 years,
it was 14 games. Russell.
Tyreek has more touchdowns than Parker has in his career. 7 years.
Exactly.
I have a question.
That explains. That explains why he should have been off the team a long time ago.
Go ahead, Sharif.
Waddle already got his first 1,000-yard season. He just started last year. That ought to tell you a lot there.
Go ahead, Sharif. What's your question?
Yeah, I want to ask the panel. All right. What would you rather Tua show you now that he's fully healthy? You would rather him show you 4,000 yards? Would you rather him move to what he really was in Alabama, which is a dual threat?
I actually
hold on, Russell. Hold on,
dual threat already, Sharif.
Let Sharif finish his question. Go ahead, Sharif.
Would you rather be a 4,000-yard accurate 30 touchdown plus guy, or would you rather him be a dual threat, which I think he can be more of? Or would you rather him be whatever, or you can finish off the rest.
So here's what I'll say. Number one, he's not going to throw 4,000 yards. That's not going to happen because of the running game that we're going to institute. Now, do I think he can get 30-plus touchdowns in this offense? Yes, sir. Sure do. Whether that be through him passing and running, whatever the case is, I fully expect him to have 25-plus touchdowns this year, 100% in my eye. And if he gets over 4,000, there'll be yaks. There'll be yards after catch with people like Tyreek Hill, with people like Mozart, Waddle, all them. But yeah, I expect him personally. He's going to have a Pro Bowl year, in my opinion.
Comeback Player of the Year award.
I don't know. I don't know if that'll be.
He never fell off,
but I don't think he fell.
No, but with the injuries that he had last year,
he'll make the
do you
Pro
think
Bowl.
It has to be one or the other. He can have a combination of both.
He didn't fall back that far to be in that category to come back.
True. But here's the thing. Here's the thing about him, though. Everybody talks about McDaniel doesn't run his quarterbacks. You forget McDaniel had Jake Plummer and had him on his best year. So, he can do with whatever type of quarterback he has or what he sees. He can deal with it. Every quarterback that's been in a system that he's been in has had their best season.
I fully hope and expect that Tua Tagovailoa will have his best year in the NFL.
Would the rest of you guys think he would be dual threat?
So I have a different way of looking at it, okay? Because I think the statistics and everything else will come. I think he has 3 areas he needs to improve on. 1, he needs to improve on his accuracy in the areas between 12 and 20 yards. He needs to be better at throwing from the right side of the field. And that's really the big thing. And then being able to roll out to his left and then throw all the way across the other side of the field to the right side of the field. If he improves in those 3 areas, then you're going to get the type of production that Steven's talking about. In fact, I actually think he throws for about 30, 32, rushes for 4 or 5, and gets close to that 4,000 yard mark because of the yak. I'm going to say probably around the 3,800 mark. And I think he's going to be about 72% completion percentage and he's going to have 10 interceptions or less.
That's very specific, but I like the thought. It's very specific, but I like.
But that's where I stand with it. But those are the areas where if he improves in those areas, he's going to be fantastic. That's the improvement. That's what I want to see from Tua. Those three things.
So Russell, in your maximizing of Tua, you don't see dual threat. You just see accurate, precise
rushing touchdowns. He's averaging between 4 and 6 rushing touchdowns a year. That's good enough for me.
So Triple S says y'all realize 4,000 is only 235 yards per game. You don't think he's averaging 235 per game?
I think
I do. I 100% do. I think he can easily.
Yeah, he'll get 4,000. It's 4,000 in this league is easier now, especially because we have an extra game.
Steven, remember that 17th game makes that average go down. Okay.
I get that, but like Steven said, we're going to be a run first team. I believe. I think it's going to be.
I don't buy that. That's why I part ways with the rest of the fan base. No.
We are, but hey, 235 yards.
I don't buy it. It'll be either 50-50 or 60-40 pass oriented. This is a passing league.
All right. So
we can't force a running lead down your throat when the rest of the league has decided to pass the football.
All right, listen to this. Tua had 2,600 yards, 16 touchdowns, 10 interceptions through 13 games last year, right? Let's just break that down. He's going to get an extra how many games? 14, 15, 16, 17, an extra 4 games, right? An extra 4 games, right? And so you add an extra 4 games. He plays fully healthy this year, plays every game. Let's take that. Let's add 22 touchdowns and another, let's say 3,200 yards, right? So 3,200 yards, 24 touchdowns. And the offense and offensive line got better. So the offensive line got better. He feels more confident. The offense itself got better. It's got a lot more speed.
A lot more yak.
Yeah, I think there's no reason to think that he has over 4,000 yards and over 30 touchdowns. It's not out of the question.
Right.
It's not.
And Steven, remember, the coach said it in his interview. He said he's going to conform to the players that's on his roster. That's what good coaching does. They didn't go out there and get all this speed for nothing just to freaking run the ball 2 yards per carry crap. They went out there and they're going to conform to the speed of their team. That's what they're going to do. That's what he's going to do.
I understand what you're saying.
Just because he did that in San Francisco doesn't mean that's going to be his philosophy here.
Hey, Crypto,
I get that.
But if you throw for 250 yards and rush for 200, you're still up there. You know, that's still only 400 yards a game. That's still, you're leading the league in the rushing area pretty much, and you have a passing attack that's only getting about 230 to 250 yards. That's still going to give them 4,000
They wasn't averaging that much yards per game in San Francisco.
No. I'm saying easily you could have that in a game.
But they didn't have that. But they didn't have that wherever he went. 200 yards a game. You guys acting like we. You guys act like we acquired. You guys are acting like we acquired Derrick Henry in the offseason. Last time I checked, we acquired a cheetah. He's not a cigar store mannequin. We're going to be a pass threat offense.
And I'm glad that you brought up the cheetah because there's a variable that you're not realizing. Jet sweeps, wide receiver reverses.
That wasn't their whole offense.
They're going. I understand that, but they're going to.
That was less than 5% of Kansas City's offense.
Right. Crypto, you're right.
That's Kansas City. We're not Kansas City.
Tyreek Hill is going to get his
yards.
But
you said jet sweeps. Doesn't mean he's going to be doing it all the time here. He'll take a 5-yard pass, which will still be a pass. Which will still be a pass play, like the Raiders used to do with the short passing game when they did it with Gruden back in the day when they went to the Super Bowl with the short passing game with Rich Gannon.
Hey, Crypto, Tyreek, you're right. He's going to get his yards. So will Waddle. But the other thing that they're going to do is take the 8 men out. They're going to take the 8 men out the box on run plays too.
Yeah, can I just add that? Okay, I get that the prediction of the 235 per game. But what I want is individually, us as Dolphin fans, I want your view on what you think he can be now that he's fully healthy, full camp. We'll play all preseason games. My envision is that not only will he be a dual threat, but I think he always gives us 4 touchdowns rushing every year, 3-4. I think now with the speed back in his hip, he can give me over 300 plus yards rushing, which is extending plays, sliding, taking the flag. And he has to learn that too, sliding and taking the flag to give us 15 yards tacked on to that first down. This is stuff that Fitzmagic learned and perfected. So I want to see a dual threat. I don't give a damn about the yards passing. If I can get a dual threat, the NFL will take a couple of years to adjust it to. Just on that.
All I'm saying, the emphasis is going to be the reverse. Like the 49ers did back in the day with their West Coast offense when they had elite pass catchers. They was a pass-first offense.
Well,
I'm not buying into this run-first philosophy because he did in San Francisco. And then if that's the case, he wouldn't have gotten Tyreek Hill. He would try to get Derrick Henry.
Yeah, but Crypto, you also have to take into account the offseason moves with the backfield. I mean, they wouldn't have gone after Chase.
But they're not. But Steven, they're not.
Hold on, let me finish. They wouldn't, in my opinion, they wouldn't have gone after Raheem and Chase and Alec Ingold if they didn't think that the run was going to be a big part of the game plan. I'm telling you right now, I get what Raheem was, but I think a combination of Raheem, Chase, along with Alec Ingold, you have to expect them to run the ball 25 times to 30 times a game. It's going to happen.
Now, I expect him to balance it out to keep the defense honest from loading up on the pass. That's what I think.
I mean,
it'd be no difference when Kansas City went out and drafted a layer that draft at the 30. It'd be no different. They're bringing them in to balance out the passing attack.
Well, to answer Sharif's question fully, if you're wanting to know what I expect Tua to be this year, fully healthy, he's going to be a top 12 quarterback in the NFL.
I mean, that's fair. Wayne.
Russell, does that curtail? Sorry, Steven. Does that curtail him being more of the passer or more of Deshaun Watson? All purpose.
It'll be a dual threat, Sharif. It'll be a dual threat.
Deshaun Watson has everything. Even Lamar Jackson doesn't have what Deshaun Watson has.
More athletic than Tua. Tua is not that.
That's not my question. My question was, would he be more towards that or more towards Matt Ryan? That's all.
I think it's going to be more like.
Well, Matt Ryan is not.
Honestly,
really that much
I think they're going to set up an offense more like Montana back when he played with them. It's going to be. It's not going to be West Coast, but it's going to be like a spread. It's going to be quick throws. It's going to be a lot of running.
So you don't envision Tua using his feet.
I envision it of that style, the Steve Young style 49ers.
That's what I envision. I don't know why guys don't do that.
Hold on, guys. Number one, that's a West Coast offense. Let's just get that straight. But number two, let me bring up Wayne. Wayne, Franzi, what do you guys think? Because I haven't heard from you guys. I want you guys to get involved in the conversation.
I think we're going to see a Tua like from his Alabama days. I think we're going to see a bit more, the occasional deep pass, a running game behind him, hitting Waddle, hitting Tyreek. I think we're going to see a massively improved Tua. I think he's going to be confident. I think he's going to have the backing of the coaches. All the players are going to rally around. I think you're going to see a drastically improved Tua. I think he's going to be. It's hard to put numbers on. I don't care if he has 3,000 yards, 5,000 yards, as long as we win. I don't really care. But I think as a player, he's going to be massively improved, hugely improved.
Franzi?
So I don't care about Tua stats. It's a team sport. I care about the team stats. So I think we are way more balanced offense this year. And maybe so Tua stats will definitely go up when he plays the full season, but it will be less partially because of the running game, and I'm fine with that. So if he don't have elite stats, but the team has elite stats, I'm totally fine with it.
Y'all better listen to those Europe guys, those UK people. I'm telling you, they know it's not it's a team sport. It's about the win-loss column. But what I will say to Crypto's point, I will agree with you, Crypto. They didn't get Tyreek Hill for nothing. Like, they're gonna feed him the ball. They're gonna Waddle's gonna get his receptions, right? That's gonna happen. But I still think that you don't bring in guys like Raheem and Chase and Alec Ingold if you don't expect the run game to be significant. And I don't know. That's just how I feel about it. I mean,
I'm only saying, I'm not saying they're not going to get involved. I'm just saying they're not going to be the focal point. They're not going to be the reason why defensive coordinators is pulling their hair out.
Well, as long as defensive coordinators are pulling their hair out, I don't care what happens. But but I agree. I agree to that, right? Like, we have that's the other thing about this.
Right. We have to make the other teams adjust to us.
Let me put it this way. We should have a top 10 offense this season for the first time in a long, long time.
You just said top 12, and now you're saying top 10.
No, I said Tua will be a top
I'm just messing with you, Russell.
QB.
I'm just messing with you. I was giving you a hard time. All right, let me bring in Trey into the conversation. Trey, what's up, Trey?
What's up, guys? How y'all doing?
What's up, Trey?
What's up? How y'all doing?
Pretty good, man.
What's going on, man?
Okay, so I have a question for you guys, man. If Tua has a breakout year, let's say he does have those 4,000 yards, 30-plus touchdowns, less than 10 interceptions, when his contract time roll around, do you guys give him that contract?
Yes. Again, I need y'all to Trey, something that y'all need to figure out. As long as the current CBA, collective bargaining agreement, is made and structured the way that it is, y'all need to understand there is no reason in any way, shape, or form to worry about people's contracts because the Dolphins can manipulate it however they want to suit the salary cap, the fake salary cap. So if he comes in and says, I want X amount of dollars, then yes, of course you do it. You pay him if he comes out to be great.
And if I'm being quite honest, the character of Tua, I don't see him asking for some gigantic contract. I just don't. I think he would rather win.
It would not matter. It would not matter. What were you?
Yeah, they can find the money even if he did.
It would matter because some of the players or some of the stars on this team that we have right now, we won't be able to re-sign back. So I was saying was, if he has this breakout year and we give him the boatload of money, like a Ryan Tannehill situation, and we can't re-sign the weapons around him.
Trey, let me interrupt you for a second.
Yeah, go ahead.
If I told you this year you were going to have Emmanuel Ogbah, Mike Gesicki, Teron Armstead, Tyreek Hill, and extend Xavien Howard and give him a $36 million signing bonus, would you have thought that you could get all those players with the way the current salary cap is set up? Yes or no?
No, I wouldn't. But I also know on the back end it's going to hurt us, though. It's good for us right now in this window we have right now. But on the back end, it's going to hurt us.
So, Trey, here's what I'm telling you. So I hear you on that. And I've heard a lot of people the last 48 hours on that. It's not going to hurt us. Here's why. Number one, and I'll just keep repeating myself, but I'm going to say it again.
In the contracts.
There's number one, it's about guaranteed money. Let's just put that out there. Number two, part of guaranteed money is in the signing bonuses. And if our owner is willing to write a check for $36 million signing bonuses, who gives it? Who cares? Because the guaranteed money is already going to be paid up front. It's not going to hurt us against the cap that bad. We are paying $8 million, $8 to Xavien Howard this year. We are paying $6.5 million to Tyreek Hill. If I told you could have Tyreek and all you do the following year is extend it 2 years and make the money work out the same. That's all you do. And so I'm just telling you that the numbers will not matter when it comes to the salary cap. And then the other thing, to somebody mentioning earlier, the next 2 to 3 years, there's supposed to be significant jumps in the salary cap number.
That was Todd that brought that up earlier.
Yeah. So
I'm not concerned salary cap wise either because, like Steven says, it can be manipulated. And again,
yes, they do, Omar.
I get vibes from Tua that he's not going to want a Deshaun Watson contract fully guaranteed $230 million. I'm sorry, I don't.
But why
see
wouldn't
that.
he? Why wouldn't he? If he played up to par,
he wants to win. Have you not seen that in this kid? He wants to win. He has a Tom Brady mentality about the game.
Whoa. Let's not get carried away here, Russell.
He has a Tom Brady mentality, Russell, but that means he's going to skip a paycheck like Tom Brady because he has a wife that's got a lot of money.
No, let me finish. First off, I'm not talking about the mentality on the football field. I'm talking about from a business perspective.
I got you, but
that's why I disagree. Because Tom Brady's wife afforded him the chance to take a pay cut. We don't know if Tom Brady would have asked for a lot of money.
And who's to say Tua's not going to get hitched up with some millionaire model?
Until that happens, and then we don't know if he's going to take that discount.
Russell, you're playing a what-if game. We're telling you what is.
And that's what I'm saying. If Tua balls out, I don't see him.
I guess I see it different.
If Tua balls out for us this year, and the way we've treated him this past 2 years, I don't see him taking no discount for us, bro.
He's not going to.
I don't either. I don't want him to neither.
Is gone. The regime who did not have that kid's back is gone.
I get it, but look,
that doesn't matter as far as him taking the money.
Russell, here's where I think you're wrong, Russ. You have to understand that it's still the Dolphins, right? And so there's still that level of, hey guys, I've been here, same building, same stadium. Y'all treated me like crap for 2 years. Now this year's different. Don't get it twisted. But now that we've gone out and done this, I want to restructure my contract. I want the bag. All right, bro, no problem. Here it is. And to Trey's point, when it comes down to it, it like I see Triple S podcast saying the salary cap don't matter. You tripping, Steven. One day you got to pay, plain and simple. You can kick the can, but eventually there's a wall. That's not. I'm telling you guys.
We just beat the New Orleans Saints. That'd be no different.
I'm telling you, it does not. I promise you, it doesn't matter. Think about it.
If it didn't matter, Steven,
think about it. Why is the salary? Trey, why is the salary? Why is the salary cap rising over the next 3 years? That's
because of TV deals. You know, you got TV deals and sponsors and all that.
Okay, then also add. Why is my owner allowed to pay $36 million in signing bonus and it doesn't go against the cap? There's a fifth of it that goes against the cap, but not all of it.
Because if it all went against the cap, they'd have to raise the cap.
Russell, because then the salary cap would be a real thing. The salary cap's not a real thing. You can manipulate it any way you want.
Yeah, it's manipulated all the time.
So why didn't Kansas City manipulate it to keep Tyreek?
Because their owner and GM or their GM is not as smart as ours, and their owner already opened up his paycheck to give $500 million to a quarterback. He was
not only that, but they structure their contracts differently there than we do here.
Again,
it's all based on the
general. I promise you this: our GM and Chris Greer has changed the entire landscape of the NFL. Because I promise you, GMs are looking at what he's doing this year, and over the next 2 years, you're going to see more GMs. They're going to see more GMs do what
copycatting SOBs.
They're going to see what more GMs what Cleveland did and guaranteeing a lot of money. A lot of agents are going to be want to go to Cleveland route and get guaranteed money.
Here's the thing. Let me. I like what Crypto just said. Let me just say a player is looking for two things. A player is looking for guaranteed money and length of contract. They want to have a place to stay guaranteed, and they want to get the bag no matter what.
Right. It's going to be a combination of the Cleveland GM and our GM.
Yep.
And just like what Crypto was saying, that whole model right there, that's the NBA model. Players want guaranteed money, and they want to have their options open. So let's say after 1 year or 2 years, they have a third year option to where, okay, if I balled out my second year, I want to re-up again. They just want to keep constantly getting paid. That's why I said eventually you're going to
Trey, that's why I said Trey, that's why I said
right. And that's why X keep doing it. Keep asking for new contracts every 12 months.
And by the way, and Trey, to that point, Trey, don't be surprised next off season when there's another restructure on Xavien's contract. I'm telling you, that's going to
He's
happen.
setting his model. He's getting re-upped at every 12
probably
every
not
12
gonna
months.
be the only one getting restructured either.
No, and he won't. I'm telling you,
Tyreek will probably get
It's going to be a lot of restructuring and
for the next 2 to 3 years.
2 years.
And by the way, there's nothing wrong with it as long as we're winning football games. So Mac Jones in the comment makes
Whack
a
Jones.
decent point. Whack Jones. That's right. If they don't, well, then you. If they don't, well, when you don't win, ain't nobody going to keep throwing away money at third place. You're correct about that. Nobody's going to keep throwing away money at third place.
Is he a Patriots fan? He is. Let me guess. You probably think Whack Jones is better than Tua, too, don't you?
But what I will say to you, Whack Jones, is this: you ain't never seen a squad like this one. I can tell you that right now. And I'll say the word if. I'll give you the word if. If it turns out to be what we all think it's going to be, y'all in trouble. That's all I'm going to tell you.
Buffalo's in trouble,
Bills,
too.
and
I can tell you, I'll tell you right now. First and foremost, in the last 5 meetings between the New England Patriots and the Miami Dolphins, we are 4-1. Tua is undefeated against the New England Patriots because he's your daddy, and that's not my fault. But you need to recognize what it is.
Russell, hold on 1 second. Hey, Wayne, you there, Wayne?
He wrote in chat that he has to go.
I know. I was just seeing if he was there. I wanted to say goodbye to him.
And one thing we got to put.
Hold on, Trey. Wayne, you there? All right, Wayne.
You're on mute, Wayne.
Yeah, he's on mute still.
All right. Hey, Wayne, thank you for coming on, man. You and the UK boys, I really appreciate y'all. Y'all the best fans. Thank you so much. And I appreciate
It's almost dinner time for them.
Yep. All right, Wayne, be easy.
Steven, we have a question in the
hold on. I got some people in the back room here. Let me bring on Miami Paul Fins, Alexander, and MCJB. What's up, gentlemen?
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing?
What's up,
How's
guys?
everybody doing?
Let me
just getting a hangover from WrestleMania.
I know, right?
Yep. WrestleMania hangover.
Miami Polk Fins, what's up, man? I'll let you go first. What's going on?
No, I just got in, listened to the panel, and I gotta say that right now we have a GM and coach in place. To me, that's gonna it's gonna change the NFL because Coach McDaniels is something special about this guy. It's something special about him, and I'm not saying that we're going to be successful right away, but it's something special about this guy who's going to change the landscape of the NFL.
I'm gonna say it. We're gonna be successful.
Yeah, I think so too. I really do. And then with GM Greer, he's a special guy to the point where other GMs have complimented Greer. And just think what happened when he took over from, and I'm not putting down Tannenbaum. When he took over the GM spot from Tannenbaum, look what he did with our picks and with our cap. I mean, he took all those. We paid Sue a whole bunch of money. We paid Tannehill a whole bunch of money, and I mean, he took everything and made it benefit for the Dolphins. So right now, I'm gonna tell you, man, I'm on high as far as our team go. We going in the right direction, and I'm gonna tell you something. All 31 teams, if we have to play you, I feel sorry for you because you're gonna have to drink a lot of coffee and take some pills because you're gonna be up for a long time at night.
Triple S, you said we can do our best talking in the off season. Can we prove something before we start talking big to Pats fans? I love you, big Triple S, but no, I'm gonna talk big to everybody. Everybody getting the smoke.
Hey, we can start running our mouth from 2 years
We can
ago
say that to the Pats fans because they haven't beaten us
in 2 years.
They haven't beaten us since 2019 when they shut us out 45-0 here in Miami. In 2019, that was the last time they won a game here. That was the last time they won a game against us.
Yeah.
Brady was the last quarterback to win it. Oh no, I'm sorry. No, I take that back. I'm sorry. No, it was week
Cam
1.
Newton.
Cam Newton beat us. I'm sorry.
Week 1.
Yeah, you're right. Week 1. I'm sorry,
2 years
guys.
ago. That was the last time they beat us.
I'm sorry, guys.
Don't let it ever happen again, Alexander. Don't let it ever happen again.
But
all right, guys, Go ahead, Alexander, and MCJB.
I was gonna say I think Russell's onto something. I think Russell was onto something when he was talking about Tua taking a pay cut. I think he might go the Tom Brady route when it comes to this new contract, because if they win here, if he gets to the playoffs here, and we get to the AFC Championship game,
playoffs
or Super Bowl, he might want to. I think he's going to take the Tom Brady route and take less money to make sure the team's better around him.
Thank you, Alex. Thanks for having my back. I appreciate
it. Alex, you got to remember, Tom Brady is an outlier. Who other than Tom Brady has ever done that? That's the real question.
And guess what? You don't think that when Tom Brady doesn't buy a part of this team, he isn't going to be talking to Tua when he's actually part? Because I'm telling you, Tom Brady is going to have some involvement with the Miami Dolphins. I don't know what that level of involvement is, but I can tell you right now, Tom will have a conversation with Tua when that time comes.
That don't have nothing to do with Tua taking his money, though, bro.
Tua wants to win.
All right, hey, look,
we get that. He can want to win and still want to get paid too. Both things could be true.
He can still do both and not break the bank.
Hey, Russell, how many rings did Tom Brady
But he can break the bank and still win.
Before Tom Brady got his first deal,
hold on, Russell. Go ahead, Trey.
Before Tom Brady got his first deal, how many rings did he have?
Before he got his first deal, I think he had 2.
Yes. Okay, so if you're Tua, you don't have no rings. Are you taking a pay cut? Tom Brady was winning. That's the difference. He was already winning when they gave him that.
That's why
Trey, I will say this, Trey. We do live in a different NFL now. And so all you have to do, somebody's phone is in the background. Go ahead and put yourself
call from somebody.
Yeah. I will say this, Trey. What you have to realize is that
it's probably Devante Parker.
All you have,
Dolphins.
No, it's not. Trust me, crypto will not allow that to happen. But what I will say is, all you have to do is understand that if you win a playoff game in the NFL, you're getting the bag as a quarterback.
That is true. Steven, I sent you.
Just win one playoff game in the NFL, and you'll get the money.
Did you guys see?
That's how Baker got paid.
Patriots are throwing at us right now. Did you see the shots that the Patriots are throwing at us? They
can throw everything. I saw your tweet. It said that Devante's or that Tyreek's just a little bit better than Devante. Are you kidding me?
A little bit better.
Y'all want to see the tweet? Y'all want to see
the going down that road?
Yeah, you got to pull it up, man.
It's pretty bad.
We're not even going to entertain that guy.
Hey, Steven.
And I'll tell you something else. There was a tweet out there by the Patriots saying they had
Here it goes. They have. This is the tweet right here from Celtics. It goes at IME Udaka. Is this the Celtics player?
I don't know.
Just a fan. I don't know if it's a Celtics
fan using the name.
I think it's just a fan.
I think it's just a fan who named himself. But still, it's a Boston fan, period, right? And so he has this. He has Mac over Tua, Harris over Edmonds, Tyreek over Devante, and he put barely. He goes, Bourne equals Waddle. Are you kidding me? He goes,
Kendrick Gore?
Unbelievable.
He has full He has full IR Fuller, who, by the way, is not even on our roster anymore, sir. And then he has Henry over Gesicki, Janu over whoever the F your tight end 2 is, and the Pats O-line over the LOL Fins O-line. Sorry, bud.
2 overpriced tight ends that's over the hill. That's what they got.
Hey, not only that, though, they had a picture of Nelson Aguilar, the running back for them, Devante Parker, and also Kendrick Bourne, saying who's going to stop this now.
I'm going to retweet this, but I need y'all. I need y'all to go in on this guy on Twitter right now. Go in on
Big
him.
Nick and every one of them went off on him.
Unbelievable. That guy's really tossed up.
This sounds like the Saints. Us putting a bounty on him.
Yes.
Oh man.
Go after him.
Must be something in the water.
Go get him.
I saw that and I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
Guys. Miami Sports Music.
Steven. All you got to do, Steven, is ask him. You got to wait till FDA approve the drug before you start using them. Wait for the approval first, then you start sampling the drugs.
I love it. All right, guys. Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami Fan Morning Show, Clock Blockers. I'm your host, Stephen D. We're going to do final thoughts of the day. We're going to wrap this puppy up. I got stuff to do this afternoon, y'all. But we had a great show today. If y'all missed it, go back and listen to it. 3 great hours. First hour, I went in with my spill, kind of recapped the amazing weekend that was sports, WrestleMania, Panthers, Heat. I mean, just everything. Baseball, basketball, hockey. And so somebody's got a lot of noise in the background here. So we got a lot of great stuff. So we're gonna do final thoughts of the day now. So we will start out with the New York fan, the crappy Knicks fan. We'll start out with Alexander. Final thought of the day, Alexander.
First of all, thanks again, Stephen. Again, I know I came on late, but at least I got on with you guys. I always love talking football with everybody on this panel. You guys are awesome, and I can't believe at age 50 years old, Stone Cold can still put on the show.
Stone Cold, baby. What?
That is crazy.
What?
That is crazy. But it was a great weekend. And love all you guys here. Go ahead, Trey.
Y'all see how Pat McAfee, how drunk he was last night?
Pat McAfee. I played the tweet this morning. It was awesome. Pat McAfee.
Hey, he looked really good.
I need y'all to understand something. So I do YouTube every day. I love doing this morning show. One of the people that has been a big influence for me is Pat McAfee. I love Pat McAfee. Love him. And I would go as far to say, personally, I think he has the best podcasts out there right now. That includes Joe Rogan. I think Pat McAfee is the man in every way, shape, or form. And so it is so cool to see what he did last night at WrestleMania. #1, because he's legit. He's not just somebody off the street. Y'all need to go check the resume and the work he's put in.
Watch that match, guys. Watch that match. It was really good.
What's up?
He's expanded the social status of punters for sure.
100%. He's 100%. I love him. Yeah. I love him. And it was so great watching that last night. And then the best part was when he got Stone Cold stunned himself. And it was just great. It was awesome. It was awesome.
The memes already started with that. Somebody put how I'm gonna feel if the Dolphins miss the playoffs this year.
Yeah, no doubt. But
hey, guys, thank you very much. You guys have a great night. Okay, stay safe.
Yeah, you too, Alex.
God bless.
All right, man. Be
good.
Thanks.
All right. I got 2 people in the back room here I'm going to bring on. I do want to remind y'all real quick, or I want to let y'all know something. Late last week, I recorded an episode with a new YouTuber. Y'all, some of y'all know him, some of y'all might not. At Dolphins Show, SoCal. SoCal was so gracious and awesome. He asked me to come on and be a guest on his podcast. It's about 35 minutes long. I just retweeted it. Go listen to it. It's great. I'm the host up there, or I'm the guest up there. It was a lot of fun making that show or that episode with him. He asked me a lot of questions, and I just answered from the heart. So go check it out. I just retweeted it. Please retweet it. Please like it. Let people know that I sent you. Let SoCal know that I sent you and a quote tweet. Tell them, hey, I'm here because Steven brought me here because I want to help him grow. So shout out to SoCal. I was a guest on the show. All right, let me bring on the 2 people in the back room who are going to cause a little bit of drama. I'm trying to do final thoughts of the day. Pete and Estefan. What's up, gentlemen?
Let's start the show.
Let's start the show all over, right? Pete and Estefan. And I bring them on, and they're both on mute. They don't want to come on.
Oh, man, I was already talking. That's the thing. It's hard to keep me on mute. I came in muted. Good morning to everybody, and I'm glad it was Estefan. That's what I was saying. I'm glad it's Estefan up here with me now. Blessed morning to everybody here. And Steven, you were not the guest show on that podcast. You are actually the star guest of that podcast show. Okay. And I'll be tuning into that as soon as we're done here.
My man, I appreciate that. You're making me blush.
You know who else is making me blush, Steven?
Remember, this is final thoughts of the day, Pete.
I know it's final thoughts. This is all I want to say. I want to calm the fan base down, because if I'm calm on Tua, I think everybody else should be a little calm. And this is not a hot take. Even though the sources are saying Nick Needham for Baker Mayfield, I don't know how true that could be. But at the end,
that's not true. None of that.
Okay, I don't know how true it could be, but chances are draft day is around the corner. It could happen. But anyways, this is what I want to say. Alex Smith, the guy who played with Tyreek Hill the first 2 years of his career. I never believed in Alex Smith. But if he was able to look that good and serviceable with Tyreek Hill, I honestly believe the Dolphins are in good hands right now with Tyreek Hill. As long as this guy can stay healthy, like, it's not more so about Tua. It's more so about Tyreek Hill and how special he is and how good he can make players around him. So as long as Tua does his job, I mean, he did it last year with the receivers we had. It gets a little bit easier this year. I find it hard to believe we don't get at least progression out of Tua.
All right. Hey, look, Pete, that's your final thought of the day. I'm not even going to argue with you because I agree with you, actually. I agree with you. You're the man, Pete. Pete, tell people to donate and share and like and all that. Tell them right now.
I'm going to tell you two guys right now. If you guys donate, hit the like, and share, we're in our Super Bowl. We are going to the Super Bowl.
He said donate, like, and share, and we're in the Super Bowl, y'all.
And you know what? The most important thing is if there's 200 people watching, just donate to his jersey number. That's all you have to do. Donate uno. We're good with that, baby. Fins up.
Fins up, Pete. Love you, brother. Be good, man. All right, Estefan, final thought of the day, Estefan.
Yeah, man, my take is this week in the game, Coach K lost that game because he became a cheerleader, bro. He stopped coaching. That's all I got to say.
Nah, dog. UNC, baby. Tar Heels, let's go.
Yeah. No. I do like the Tar Heels, bro. I mean, back in the day, I used to like the dark horse Maryland Terps, bro. So, yeah, man. ACC basketball is a big thing, and I've never been a Duke fan. So I enjoyed North Carolina winning Saturday. Other than that, Steven, your hat sucks. Well, I'm out of here, y'all. Fins up.
Get out of here.
Hat's stupid, bro.
Your hat's stupid.
Take it off.
Spurs suck. And he got off. I won. I had the last word. All right, let's go. Final thought of the day. Let's go to Russell. Final thought of the day.
Just excited to get this season started. Like I said, I don't see us making any moves until after the draft. And I'm just going to say fins up. Thanks for having me on. And have a good day, everybody.
Y'all be
good. Yeah, Russell, don't worry about it. Future deals with the Patriots are on the horizon, Russell. We'll be good.
Nah, I'm good on that. We need to stay away from that team and every aspect.
Get out of here, Russell. He's bringing you in. He's reeling you in. Right, good, bro.
Get on a rant again.
Good, man. I love it. All right. Michael Tang says, Steven, I just got on here a little while ago. I don't know if you talked about it already, but what was the news from last week? Go look at the beginning, Michael. We're about to get off. I went over all of it at the beginning of the show. So I had a rundown of all the sports news from South Florida and around sports. The first hour of the show is all about that. So I talk about that, Michael. Go listen to the first hour of the show. Matter of fact, go listen to all 3 hours because they were amazing. Guys, donate to the channel. Donate to the channel. Let's go. If everybody donated $5 right now, it would go such a long way. Everybody donate $5. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, Miami Polk Fins, final thought of the day.
Just 2 things. The guy you're talking about that's with WWE.
Pat McAfee.
Pat McAfee. Is that the same guy that when this wrestler comes out, he jumps on top of the table and starts playing like a guitar?
Yes.
Oh man, I like that guy.
That's my guy, dude. He's awesome, bro.
Yeah.
He's
off the
chain.
chain.
Pat McAfee is the truth. He is the truth.
Yeah. And then the second thing, tell people in New England to do something about the water that they drinking.
Yo,
yeah, I know. Tell me about it.
this is such a bad joke, but man, you know they got that what's the water? What's that bad water in man, what is the name
Detroit?
of that town? Detroit?
Yeah, they must have the same connection.
They got the same they got the same pipes down there in Boston, boy, because there
you go.
They drinking over there, boy.
But Steve, thanks for having me on the show, and rest of you guys, y'all take care of it. Crypto, I'll probably see you later on another podcast.
Flint,
Trey.
yeah. All right, y'all be good. Be good, Miami Paul.
What you say?
No, I was saying I'll probably see you on another podcast. You and Trey.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
All right, Crypto, Trey, y'all, all you rest of you guys, Sharif, y'all take care of that. Thanks, DVD.
No problem.
All right, now.
All right, Mr. Paul.
All right, let's go to Franzi, Germany. Final thoughts of the day from Germany.
First of all, thanks again for having me. It was much fun again. And my final thought, it was a great move trading Devante Parker to the Patriots because we got their third round pick next year. And then we're going to kick their butts in 3-5. In Foxborough. And then we have maximum amount of influence to the high or how high the draft pick will be. And yeah, so good move.
Good move, Franzi. I appreciate it, bud. Be good, man.
See ya.
See ya.
Yeah, Franzi.
All right, Trey. I'm getting a lot of feedback from you, Trey.
What up, Steve? I appreciate you letting me on. Man, I don't really be able to get on. I'll be at work, but I appreciate you letting me on, man. Always a great show.
Trey, you're the man, Trey. Love you, brother. Thank you for coming on, man.
All right, bro.
Be good. All right. All right, Crypto and Sharif. Do y'all have access to the chat?
To the chat? To the
private
chat. Yes.
No, the public chat.
Yeah, I will have to change Windows.
I'll have to change device.
Yeah.
Oh, so you can't do it while you're on here?
No.
Okay.
No.
But you can do it in the private chat? You can do it in the private chat?
Like click on, you talking about clicking on a link or something?
No, type in something.
Yes.
All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do for final thought of the day. We're gonna play paper rock scissors. So put it in the chat. And when I say rock paper scissors, shoot. When I say shoot, I want you to hit enter into the private chat. Okay. So
type out the word enter.
Yep. So type out rock, paper, or scissors. We're gonna see who gets the final thought. You can go ahead and type it now. Don't press enter yet. Don't press enter. Y'all ready? Let me know when you're ready. Rock, paper, or scissors.
I'm ready.
All right, here we go.
Oops. I put it in.
I know you did. All right, Sharif, rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Go ahead, Sharif. Sharif won. Now, Sharif saw it, which is funny. He could have picked, he knew whatever it was, so Sharif's going to be final thought of the day. Crypto, you should have listened to the rules.
No, wait a minute. Sharif lost.
Oh, Sharif lost. Oh, yeah, he did. He sure did. Man, he had paper, and he still picked rock. That's funny.
Well, I was just looking to press enter. I didn't see the chat. That's how it's set up here.
All right, so Crypto's got final thought of the day. Sharif, you're next. You could have cheated and you still lost.
According to Android, I can't pass that threshold.
All right, Sharif, final thought of the day, bro. That's great.
Well, I'm just happy, honestly, for Marlins baseball coming up.
That's right, man.
I want to see Trevor Rogers, Sandy Alcantara. I want to see, Lopez, my great starting pitching. I think getting Solar from a World Series team brings the bat to us that we need. And guess what, guys? We know.
A trade too. They made a trade this weekend too. They got two guys from the Orioles, Cole Saussler and Tanner Scott. And living here in Baltimore, I've had a chance to see both those guys over the last couple of years. Tanner Scott's got a ridiculous slider, bro.
We got to talk about that next time.
Yeah, man.
So
I did it
we're
educated.
educated.
It was awesome.
Yeah, man, we're educated in all sports, basketball, football, baseball, and we got a potential for the Florida Panthers, the Dolphins, and the Marlins, and the Heat to be good down here.
That's
an
crazy.
amazing thought.
That's crazy. South Florida is the sports capital of the world right now. I'm just letting y'all know. Letting y'all know right now.
It's the capital, huh?
Panthers and Heat are about to have a double parade. Yeah, I said it. And don't be surprised if the Marlins make the playoffs, and then the Dolphins are. So I'm going to put it like this. Panthers and Heat are going to win the championships this year. And I'm not going to say the Dolphins and the Marlins are this year, but next year the Dolphins and the Marlins win the World Series and the Super Bowl. Next 2 years are going to be
bold statement, Steven.
Championship City. Keep the receipt, baby.
No, that's a bold statement about the Heat. The Heat's going to go belly up.
All right, you're a hater, Crypto. Stop hating. Stop hating. Nobody likes a hater.
They're going belly up, Steven.
Sharif, is that your final thought, bro? My bad, bro.
Yeah, man, and I just think too. For me, I think coming out of that play action fake rollout, he's going to be dangerous. He's going to be. Teams are going to be still defending that run, and he can roll out and have green grass waiting for him on that fake handoff opposite rollout. But what I'm seeing in that design offense, what McDaniel is doing, it's going to be plenty of green grass once the defense get faked out on that play action rollout. And if nobody is open, he's going to keep it and tuck it. Tua likes to do that already. And not worrying about injuries, I think he's going to destroy the NFL by keeping drives alive. Most importantly, keeping drives alive, guys.
Yeah, I agree. Hey, Sharif, I was going to say in honor of the 7-year plan, I'm so glad the 7-year plan for Devante Parker is over now.
Hi, Sharif. Thank you, Sharif. Be good, Sharif.
All right, guys, take care.
Shout out to Sharif.
Yeah, all right, Tariq.
We worldwide today, Crypto. We worldwide today. Germany, UK, Bahamas.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was a global. It's becoming a global event there in the morning. Yeah.
Hey, man.
You get them at dinner time, and lunch time, and then you're gonna get them late in the evening when you get somebody from Asia over here. Maybe we'll get somebody from North Korea.
I've had people from Australia too. There's some people from Australia.
Yeah, so they're into the next day. So it's Tuesday morning over there.
Hey, man, I love it. I love Dolphin fans all over the world. Y'all are the best. Y'all are the best. I hope that this show takes off. I hope the platform takes off. I can't do it without your help. So please, again, hit the like button, share the link, let people know about the show today. And if you're able to, donate to the channel because it goes such a long way into helping the channel grow. All right, Crypto, final thought of the day.
Donate, subscribe. Podcast in the morning. Stephen D is your cup of morning Joe. He's the best part of waking up. So we're going to try and work on your Antarctica base somewhere down there in the South Pole. We're going to work on that, Stephen.
I don't think I've had anybody from Asia up here yet, though, live from Asia.
Oh, you haven't had Asian? Nobody from Asia? Nobody was from...
I need somebody from Asia, and I need somebody...
I thought you said somebody from the Philippines was here.
Oh, you know what? I did. Yep, there you go. There you go. I've had somebody from the Philippines. So, yep, Asia's gone. So, yeah, Antarctica's the only one I haven't had.
Yeah. Yep, and Antarctica. And what about Egypt? What about Africa?
I've had South African on here before. I've had fans from South Africa in the chat.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, yeah. Okay, that's cool.
Yep.
Yeah, so we got one more left. We got to get that base down there in Antarctica. We got to get them tuned in.
In South America, I don't know if I've had anybody from. I've had obviously Central America, but nothing from
Central. Yeah, you had Central. But South America, as far as Brazil, Venezuela, Argentina, nobody.
I don't know if I have anybody who watches from South America.
Oh, Chile. Yeah, you're right. I don't recall any of the. You would think they would be because they will be South Florida, plans of the team.
At least Brazil.
Yeah, Brazil, right.
I like the way Vin Diesel says it. Brazil.
Yes.
All right, man. I know you want to talk about
the draft. I think the draft. I know we're so far down But maneuvering some of those picks to get into the first round, we're going to have to give up maybe one or two of those picks just to get into the second round this year or first round, because nobody know where they land, those first round picks. So we're going to have to most likely give up one or two of them if we want to participate early in this year's draft. You know, or a whole bunch of picks, fifth, seconds, thirds, and fourths just to move up 30 or 40 slots in this year's draft.
Yeah.
I think maybe Greer has, Paul, hit the brakes on the draft early this year. And then the sky's up to the scouting department to get everything else right, you know. We talking about that third round pick next year we got from New England. I think that's a solid pick because they made their bread and butter in those rounds and maneuvering those guys, or even just picking a guy and just finding good talent at that spot. So, you know, I was pounding that drum to get change direction at that position anyway. So it was no matter how they got that deal done, I was going to be happy with it, with that trade.
I think it was a good trade. I think we come out the winners in that trade.
Yeah, we come out the winners because they don't care about the competition. They know him. They seen him for 7 years. They know his reliability. So they already know he's no threat.
Ability is availability, and he has none. So
right, he's not a threat. Plus, they don't have Tom Brady, so
that's true. They have Wack Jones.
Yep.
All right, bro.
We're all good.
You're the man. Thank you so much.
Appreciate for having the show this morning. Appreciate for having me on.
Anytime, Crypto. You're the man. I appreciate it.
Yep.
All right, bro. Be good.
All right.
Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami fan morning show, Clock Blockers. I hope you guys had a good time this morning. I had a blast hanging out with y'all. This was a lot of fun. Great weekend for the Miami Dolphins. Great weekend to be a sports fan. Just a lot of great stuff that happened. And tomorrow is Take Tuesday. Daniel Oyefusi on. We'll talk a little bit more in depth about the trades, the salary cap, the potential moves, any rumblings that might be happening from within the building. And we'll also talk about, obviously, day 2 and day 1 of organized team activities and off-season workout programs, which today started that for the Miami Dolphins. Everybody showed up today. So that'll be a lot of fun to talk with Daniel about that tomorrow. So we'll get into depth about that. If you guys enjoyed the show, please go rewatch it. Hit the like button if you can, and share this link. Let people know about the show today. I can't grow without your help. I can't get bigger without you all. So I only had one person retweet the show today. How many more people can go retweet the show and tag me and Miami Sports Music in it? Okay? So do that. And if you can, donate to the channel. Help the channel grow. There's a lot of different ways you guys can do that. You know the different ways you guys can do that? You guys can use the YouTube Live Super Chat, which is the $sign down at the bottom of the chat. Go do that now. Let's get 5 people to donate, even if it's $1. Can we get 5 $1 donations? Or can we get 5 $5 donations? Or 5 $10 donations? Or a $100 donation? Let's go. Donate to the channel. If you guys can donate, you guys can also use PayPal and Cash App. The links are in the chat too. And yeah. Yeah, we can definitely make that happen. It'll be a lot of fun. Primetime Zach Wilson said, when the Dolphins finish in 3rd, will you send me a 2 jersey? No, primetime Zach Wilson, because your team's going to finish in last. And our team's finishing in 1st. I'm calling it now. All right, at least 2nd. But I think we're going to have a hell of a year. Hell of a year. It's going to be amazing. Let's go. Hope you guys enjoyed the show today. Make sure, again, you guys hit the like button, donate, share, like, all that good stuff. It'll be a lot of fun. Mr. 305 says, Haiti. Are you from Haiti, Mr. 305, for real? There we go. We worldwide today, baby. We had the Bahamas. Shout out to Sharif in the Bahamas. Shout out to Franzi from the German fan club. Shout out to Wayne from the UK fan club hanging out with us today. We were worldwide today. That is awesome. That was awesome. All right. All right. I'm out of here. I'm going to go have fun. Gonna go relax, enjoy the rest of the day. I will see y'all tomorrow right here on the #1 Miami fan morning show, right here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. Clock Blockers, let's go, baby. Love y'all. Y'all be good. Donate. Donate right now. Go donate. You can donate on Cash App and PayPal. It's in the link below. I bet y'all don't donate. Y'all are not going to donate. Y'all ain't going to do it. Let's go. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.